Episode 61. Here you are. TEP. Jew. Ed, how you doing?
Good, man. I'm good.
Got us a different setting today. You know, those of you who are watching, you may notice that this is not, the usual backdrop.
This is our first time.
Mobile.
Yeah, what they call it? Live on location.
Yeah, live on location.
Live on location.
We live on location, and that voice you heard right there, just a good friend of the show, good friend of mine.
A brother of mine.
A brother of his. So, well, I'm going to let you say it, because I'm going to call him a brother of mine, but I didn't want to say it before his actual brother. But this is also like a little brother to me as well. We got Paul Ivory in the building, everybody.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all feeling today?
Man, we doing good, man. We got Paul in the building. I don't even know. This is a long time coming, man.
Yeah.
It's really a long time coming.
It's really a long time coming. This whole moment is just a summation of things that have happened.
Yeah.
But I started off how we usually do. Just quick update. I tried fried food yesterday. I know I was just coming off the water fast, but look, this is why I did it though, because I knew we had the crawfish board coming up. I was gonna be eating a multitude of different food. And I heard when my mom was cooking for Easter, she talking about smothering stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, this is a lot of grease coming my way. You know what I mean? So I was like, I need to prepare for this onslaught, because even if I was a willful man, I was gonna probably crack somewhere in between those 2 days.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let me just do this. It's funny, I ate bad for a purpose. I was like, okay, let me eat this food. It was chicken express.
For the greater good.
For the greater good. Like, I gotta wait
to make the sacrifice.
Yeah, I had to wake my stomach up, because it's like, bro, you about to get some stuff this weekend. But so yeah, I did that, and it turned out pretty good. Except in the morning. The morning I paid for it, but that day was good. So I think I'm ready. That was my biggest concern coming into this whole weekend. But outside of that, the week has been good. Now that I'm like past the fast, it's kind of like what I was saying before, how I'm trying to implement like healthier decisions. Like I look at things different now. Like, I went to me and my coworker, we did a job together. Hey, you want to go get something to eat? Nah, man, I can't do it. You know what I mean? I'm going to just chill with these blueberries here. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I had to make that kind of decision. And it's been good, though. I've been enjoying it.
Do you just grab the blueberries with your hand?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm about to say, that's a hard fruit to be cute with.
No. That's just.
Yeah, you do better just.
And I was driving too, so I was just,
I was eating them like some sunflower.
Yeah, I was like sunflowers.
That's really how you got to handle some blueberries.
Yeah, and then you didn't do eat them like or Skittles, just like.
Yeah, that's something you try to use a fork, man. You got a long day or a spoon. Nah, I just did the whole head. That's one of the things that, like, if I'm buying blueberry, they kind of just for me, because my hand about to be in there. Like, I ain't really looking to share no blueberry. So there's not many fruit that I don't like. I really think tangerines and grapefruit are the only ones that is just a no for me. And all other fruit I like, but it's a hierarchy, right?
Yeah.
Like in which manner in which I like them.
Yeah.
For me, because I'm going through a melon phase. I've been going through a melon phase since I got turned on to it in undergrad, because I used to have something at Walmart called the melon trio.
Oh, okay.
And it came with watermelon, cantaloupe, and honeydew.
That's a strong lineup.
Man, when I said, and I remember, because it used to be $8 for like a nice size one, which was expensive, because I was buying 3 to 4 a week.
Oh, okay.
And it was adding up, because that was a lot of money back then.
Right.
But man, that just, I love melon. That's my thing. I don't
like all melon.
See, that's my top. I would go honeydew, cantaloupe, then watermelon. The funny thing is, I didn't even, Daddy, he used to always buy cantaloupe when we was growing up, and I didn't mess with cantaloupe like that.
I didn't eat. I still don't.
Man,
maybe at the worst
cantaloupe
times though. So he just come home and just.
Yeah, but see, I I like cantaloupe now in my older age because it's just sweet enough. It's not too sweet.
Okay.
Because, you used to be in the apples, but that's too tart for me. I don't like all that. And then, like, oranges, they eat that. I went through an orange phase, but that's too much for me. But cantaloupe is that right amount of, like, where it's sweet. And then honeydew is just a little bit sweeter, but still not too much.
Yeah.
Because that's my honeydew. That's my jam, man.
I don't like mushy stuff. So, like, a melon. Like a watermelon is good for me because you kind of got a hard exterior. You can kind of crunch into it, but you can still chew it easily. Like
cantaloupe be hard.
But I don't eat cantaloupe. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't really eat cantaloupe.
That's my thing, man. But nah, we've been pretty good, man. The busy season about to start, but it hadn't technically started. But it's like Monday. It's like because it isn't like just the light bulb that come on. It's kind of like it gradually happened, but it's like at different parts you get used to it. So like now going into Monday, we can't wear jeans to work anymore because it's like
they cracking down
because people gonna be coming into the office now, like the public and stuff. So just been getting ready for that, man. And then outside of that, man, it really hadn't been much. I've been doing my little boxing class, man.
Oh yeah, you did hit me up about that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't did 5 weeks of it so far, man. That's some good cardio, and doing that cardio there inspired me to start doing cardio again in my workout. So I'm either doing the row machine. That's my man. That's the one there because that's a full body.
Yeah, that will get you right for sure,
man. Because when I got consistent,
you set the resistance up.
Yeah, because once I had got consistent on the row machine, I noticed the difference instantly. So I either do the row because it'd be people there. So depending on who there, I either do the row machine or the Stairmaster, and that Stairmaster. Hey. She don't show no mercy.
No. That's Stairmaster.
So I do those at the beginning, do my full workout. Then at the end, I'll do some abs. Then I'll do some jump ropes. And I've been on it, man.
So cardio before the workout is the best, right?
Before and after, like, is cardio in the beginning of the workout is good to like get your muscles moving and stuff. Like I like maybe like 20 minutes of like exercise bike just to really get loose. Then like at the end I might just like shoot basketball. Okay.
But I might say but if you're doing like hard cardio, you want to do the cardio then the workout. Like when I ran track or whatever, we would do a track workout fully
and then hit the weight room. Okay. I just always like to ask because I see a lot of people go back and forth. Some people do it after.
But my cardio after is more so kind of just.
It really be like a cool down for me.
Cool down / little burnout. Just get all you got left.
Yeah, just
with that Stairmaster and row machine.
That Stairmaster the truth.
Man, it don't take long either. I do 10 minutes on there, and I'd be like having to fight for my life to make it to 10. Like I really be good at 5, and then it's just mental motivation from there. It's like, okay, just get to 6. Okay, get to 7. Okay, get to 8. Okay, so you at 8. Start counting down. You got 2 minutes left. Okay, we 1:30. 1 minute. Because at 5, I gotta like zone out on the Stairmaster because after a while, just like my feet gonna keep going up. You know what I'm saying? Just let my feet keep going up. Think about that Stairmaster. You don't gotta go that fast. You gonna feel it. Like that's one of them things you don't have to worry about it being too easy. You gonna feel it.
Whatever you do, because it's your body that you're moving. Like whatever you do, you gonna feel it.
No, I can't go no fast on no Stairmaster. I avoid that at all
costs. You really mess around and hurt yourself trying to go fast on the Stairmaster.
Yeah, for sure.
That's just something you can just do. And what's been going on in your world, Paul?
Man, this week been pretty good for me. It was kind of a shorter week, having today off, which was a godsend.
Yes, sir.
But it's been pretty good for me. Doing a lot of data analytics work this week at my co-op right now. Just trying to find some things out, get some answers, the root of engineering. But it's been pretty fun, just this week, just having to kind of be over some new hires and me, myself, just being there for maybe 4 months going on now. So it's been pretty cool.
That's what I asked him. I was like, what that feel like being over people that you older than?
That's older than you.
Well, it's cool when you've been trained properly. I can say that.
Yeah.
My mentor, he kind of just showed me the ropes, and the people I really shadow on a day-to-day basis is like the day shift operator. So they're in charge of like the whole shift and trying to make sure everything runs well. So I've gleaned a lot of information from them, but it's pretty fun sometimes. Other times I see why they're so tired. Such a fast-paced work environment, but yeah, it's been pretty cool.
Paul finally showed me like what they build where he worked, which we won't say the name of, and it blew my mind. It's literally a piece of a box. Yeah, the inside piece of a box.
Yeah, it's the liner. Like, so it's the outside that you see, and then it's like the innermost part that you like put stuff in. Not the middle corrugated part. That's a whole different place that you have to go to and get.
Well, if you open it, look like little triangles over there. Not that, but the inside of it.
Yeah, the inside, the liners of it.
And that blew my mind how like
whole industry.
Yeah, off a piece of a box.
Patented.
off of a tree that you see outside, that could literally turn into a box.
And it just show like, it's kind of, for me, because, you know, I go on the deep end with everything, but it just kind of show you how like that little small piece is a summation of a whole, but that little piece come with so much that you didn't even know about. It's a whole industry. Like literally a whole company focused on a piece of the whole. Yeah. And that is a metaphor for life, man. Like everybody got their little part, and you think it don't matter, but in the grand scheme of things,
really do.
It blew my mind. I was like, this is a whole industry off this small little piece that don't even make up the whole thing. And then you think about like, you say, oh, who use boxes? But now you got to think, like people. That's how people get most things these days. They get it shipped to their house with Amazon. And then when the pandemic hit, it all went skyrocketed. Now people don't even like going to stores. They Amazon because what, they gonna get it in a day or two, and it's just a little small piece.
And then think about I worked at another company out here that we cannot name, and we used to put our product in the boxes that we got from his company. You know what I mean? And that's just to hold it, that's it.
And that's the box. Not even to mention the product and all the things that go into the product and the different different businesses and companies that make a piece of that product. Yeah. And it's just really incredible, man, when you just think about stuff like that. Yeah. Like how like it's just like we take stuff for granted so much, or we just kind of grand scheme everything. It's like once you get into like the details and inner workings of just anything, you realize like how much had to come together. Just to make that's kind of what I was talking about. It was like when you see like everything that went into that. Yeah. Because it's like you just used to seeing the end product. Yeah. You didn't see like, oh no, it started at this company, then we go to this company, and then this company do this and this company do that.
And that's like all at one spot to get you to just get to that one point. Like,
and it's like, so 4 different companies had to make that box. Yeah. And it's the stuff you don't think about. And
it's 4 different companies at one spot trying to make the part of the box, like and it's crazy.
It's like I say, it's just incredible when you start thinking about life like that. Like, because like I said, because you normally don't look at stuff like that. Like, like on a like I said, you just see the end product and you just look at stuff for what it is. And most people don't think, well, how was this box made? Or they think to themselves, oh, it's just one company that just make boxes.
Like, nah, bro. Like it's different grades of like density with the box and like different weights that go into different boxes, and they're even messing with the geometry of boxes to make them like more pyramid shaped for like shipping special things. So it's really a whole sustainable avenue of life that people can really go to and make like a lot of money doing. So it's been interesting trying to see that.
And that's crazy, man. Like I said, when you just think about it from that perspective.
So I don't want the people to think that you just build boxes for. How did you end up at a place like this?
Well, I'm currently majoring in chemical engineering at Lamar University.
Hey, all education, good education.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Lamar actually has one of the top 5 engineering schools in the country, and that's like MIT's, Texas A&M's, all that stuff. So it's really interesting to see that. But yeah, I mean, in the industry nowadays, you kind of need that work and school balance and that work experience. So I had been previously, before I had been a student athlete, so I wasn't really able to have opportunities like this. But when that chapter of my life closed, it was like, I need to find some work.
Yeah, man, that kind of just go into what we always like to do with our guests, kind of talk about their journeys and whatnot. And, you know, we are, you know, you still very much going, I mean, everybody's still going through their journey, right?
Right.
But I guess you would be like even on the earlier side of your journey since you're only 22. But shoot, man, I feel like you got a story even at 22, man.
I've seen a lot, man.
So tell the folk about your journey from high school to the point that you at right now, man.
Well, grew up in this house, Orange, Texas native.
Yeah.
22-year rapper. But high school.
That went over my head completely.
But high school was fun. Somewhat kind of living in Ed's shadow in a respect, because everybody was like,
that's weird.
It wasn't that bad.
Is it really that weird, Ed? Come on, man. Stop doing that.
No, not. I'm talking about like I didn't know
you know, you left a shadow.
Nah, I definitely didn't, man. I just be living, man. You know, like when you be in something, you don't really realize.
You don't see how people looking at it. Yeah,
and it's like, from my eyes, it was just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But now I feel that though, because even when I look back on high school, like, so I get into high school, coaches like, oh yeah, you know, your brother, you know, he did this, he did that. I'm like, you know, my brother won 3 state championships, so I don't know if I'm gonna touch that. But then going through, like, we had a really good football team, and I actually ended up going to 3 and could have won 3. So I was and like, as the game was going on, I was like, wow, I really could like do this with Ed and like have 3 and like, oh look, we have the same thing. But off the field things I did in high school really kind of opened my eyes to a lot. I was able to take some trips with my uncle. He had a nonprofit organization, and we were able to go to New York. And I went to the stock exchange and was on the trading floor of the stock exchange. Went to the Capitol building. Actually rode from the state. I forgot the name of it, but the state building. I don't know. Man, it's in
New York,
in DC.
In DC.
Yeah.
I don't know either.
Yeah, it's one building. But we rode. Sure. They had like an underground train, and it goes from there to the Capitol. And I was like, just seeing all this stuff. I'm like, bro, this is like something that you see out of a movie. Like National Treasure. But seeing stuff like that, meeting the Centennial 7, who were the first 7 black admirals in the Navy. I met them in the Pentagon.
For real?
Yeah, and I went through the Pentagon.
Dang.
I met some people. Like,
wait, where the Pentagon at?
It's in DC. Well, like Virginia, technically.
Yeah,
you know how that works.
Yeah.
Like, I remember going in like an office, and you know, it was a man had a desk. I remember just seeing his windows was green. I'm like, why are your windows green? He was like, oh, they're blast proof, and they're like pretty much everything proof. Had a helipad out there. I was like,
connected to his office.
Yeah, like you could go out from a door and go down and see it. It was a lot. So seeing stuff like that in high school. Those are things that when I got older, you know, being from a small town, I still got to have some experiences and things like that.
And be exposed, man.
That opened your eyes.
It's a world bigger out, you know, outside of where you grew up at.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure.
Because I took some tours in the Naval Academy, and at one point I thought I was going to end up going to the Naval Academy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I got to see a lot in high school. I got to be involved in some things. I think one accomplishment I tell people, they always like, did that? Like, you have that? It's like, I have my own day in the city of Orange. Me and some other guys, we did like a mock stock exchange game, and we like placed like in the top 100 out of like a couple thousand schools in the country.
Yeah.
That was like a big thing, and we had to go to City Hall and introduce it. And they're like, oh yeah, so here's a day, and you guys have it. I was like,
what day is your day?
May 9th.
I didn't even know my day.
May 9th.
I got a day. I don't know our day.
And that's the thing, like knowing Ed, he would never talk about that. Like,
I do got a day. I don't know what day
that type of stuff Ed just don't even.
I need to look into that one of these days.
Yeah, I do got a day.
We definitely got a day.
I got a day.
I remember going when we had to go do that too.
Yeah, I remember. I remember it was on. Yeah,
and it felt good because we did that for football when we won a couple state championships. But to do it for something academic that I had never knew existed until a couple weeks before, I was like,
that's pretty cool.
That always feel a little different, man.
Yeah, and they've had even younger generations than me participate in the same thing, and they got like a top 20 ranking.
From Orange?
Yeah, from Orange, and they like,
oh, okay.
They got their own day as well, and I was there, and I was like, They're like, oh yeah, you guys originated. I was like, look, they did way more harder work. We invested in companies that we just wore their clothes. They did like some hard work. So
yeah.
But it's cool to see how, like on the macro level, you look back, you're like the type of role model that you are for like younger generations. Cause I know kids will be like, oh yeah, y'all won state championships, so we want to do that. But then it's have kids like, yeah, you guys got your own day for participating in this game. Like, we want to do it too.
Yeah.
That's something I really value. But yeah, after high school, I pursued a education and tried to continue my athletic career at Davidson College, North Carolina.
Yeah.
TCC. Steph Curry went and played.
We
always gotta say that because people be like,
because everybody that just
everybody Steph Curry played, then like, okay.
But everybody that just heard it was like, man, where do I know Davidson from? That's where you know it from.
That's what Steph Curry played.
Yeah, literally the exit for to go to the school is exit 30. I was like, that's the most ironic thing ever. They didn't do that because but it's just like it's exit 30.
Okay.
But yeah, it was cool. Like when I went up there, it was because it's north of Charlotte, so I flew into Charlotte and I'm looking around like, man, I've never been this far. I mean, I've been east like to New York, but being in like Charlotte, it was cool. You know, going to Davidson, it's a liberal arts school and it's kind of private, and the people that go there kind of come from more elevated financial background socioeconomically. So it's like going there with a lot of people that were doing really well in life. It was an adjustment.
It blew your mind, huh?
Bro, it really did.
That's how I was when I went to when I went to school. I was like, dang, people got parents as like doctors and lawyers. Bro, I thought that was some TV stuff. Everybody ain't broke. That's the one thing I learned.
And it's just the generational bread. Like they parents had money, and like I went to school with like an important person in sports who's a commissioner of a league. His niece went to the school, and I was like you're not even supposed to see people like this. Like,
what is this? Yeah.
But yeah, playing football up there, and I went up there initially to play football and major in physics because they didn't have engineering, and I wanted to do engineering, and physics is a crucial part, and they had a program to where you could do your physics degree there, then transfer and do 2 years and get a specialization in any engineering field you wanted. So I was like, I'm gonna just do this. But I got up there and I should have known that they wasn't gonna play academically, bro. Like the SAT score requirement, like I got in like barely.
Yeah.
And
what's the score on your SAT?
I had an 1110.
Oh, on 2 parts?
It's
2 parts.
Yeah,
if you got a 1110.
Yeah. But they did change the scale though.
Dang, we owe.
Yeah, they did.
When did they do that?
It was at the our time for sure.
14.
Yeah, it was at the our time.
Oh my gosh.
We was always good.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, for sure.
But
we really aging, man.
Yeah, we are. Dang,
gracefully
SAT.
though. Gracefully, of course.
Oh, thank you, brother.
I leaned into the curve.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
But they had a sliding scale for athletics, so I had a 4.0 GPA, so that meant my SAT score didn't have to be that high. But
yeah.
I was mainly getting recruited by like schools like that and Ivy League schools like Yale. They were like, oh yeah, we may need you to retake your SAT. I was like, like an 1110 and like 4.0, but yeah, Davidson I say that was the most formative year of my life because I was on my own, not at home in a completely different state.
That's such a great year. That first one by yourself, that's such a great year.
You learn a lot. You don't have no choice.
Yeah, you have no choice, bro. You have to, get it out whatever you got it out of. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was great though. I got to meet a lot of good people that I'm still friends with teammates with. It was tough for me academically though, no lie. Like that GPA I had my first semester of college, I was like, ain't no way.
And then the thing is, Paul, it wasn't like he had the regular one where you just get caught up in the life and be partying and barely go to class. Nah, he was locked in trying.
Bro, I get out of practice at like 7 p.m., instantly go study from 7 to 9 because I had a tutor come in from 9 to 10. Then I stayed till like 11. Morning workouts back door at like 6. And like
that was life.
And I was trying hard. I was like, I'm a man of faith. So I was like, God, I'm trying hard. I'm praying. I believe you're gonna do it for me. But I'm a swing the axe till my hands bleed.
Let's go. But
the tree was hitting back, bro. It was hitting back hard. And I'm just sitting back. I'm like, okay, I'm doing everything right. But it was just had to go through it. I wasn't playing. Like I played in the first 2 games, and coming into college, like athletically, I was really good. Like getting to the quarterback, and like I could do that. I was doing it good in practice. I'm like, the coach was like, yeah, you're really natural at this, but didn't see the field, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I just had to just chalk it up to the game. I knew I had to get, bigger, stronger. But yeah, that first semester was tough for me. I took my lumps, but Second semester, I kind of came home, talking to my people. I was like, hey, I'm trying my hardest at the school and I'm not really doing that well. Is there any way like that I could probably move? And my people, I didn't expect them to be like, yeah. I expected them like, nah, you just try to stay in. They were like, no, you want to go, you can go.
Yeah, for sure.
Man,
for sure.
I didn't get that response.
But it was different for us though. Like,
yeah, you was trying.
Yeah, Davidson. The thing about Davidson, it was in a non-scholarship football conference, so it was just I was there off aid, and then like it wasn't just no cheap school to go to.
Yeah,
so it really didn't have no perk of being, and I didn't have what you wanted to major in.
Yeah. So it was like I had to change my whole focus after my freshman year. Of like after the first semester, I was like, if I'm gonna stay, I'm gonna have to do something I know I can like pass. And the school was so well connected, and just like a degree there was literally like. You get a degree from Davidson, you can instantly go make a lot of money at a lot of different places.
Right.
So I just knew I just had to get a degree. But my people were like, you know what? If it's this tough for you and you're not liking it and all these other contributing factors, let's just see what you can do. So they told me that, and it was just like, it's like a whole like a lot of weight lifted off me.
For sure.
And I was really feeling it out in my head. I was like, if I do good this semester, I can turn things around. That maybe I'll stay, but. I just let that semester, I kind of let it just ride out. I did pretty good. Football wise, I was doing better, but I had like a freak injury. Like my thumb, it was like the first day of spring ball. I was turned up. I was excited. I was pumped. And I tore a ligament in my thumb. I was on this thumb. I tore a ligament and literally I couldn't straighten out my thumb. Like I couldn't hold it up. Yeah. So I'm trying to do spring ball.
Same thing happened to me. Yeah. Different reasons, but
completely. But
this guy.
But I'm trying to do that and play like defensive end, defensive tackle.
Oh yeah, you need that.
And just getting bulldozed.
Mm-hmm. You got surgery?
I didn't need surgery. They put me in the splint. In the splint, like I had to wear a big splint that went over my hand. Had to get it double taped down. A big glove. I had to.
You ain't had a club,
bro. I'm not a club guy.
Oh, okay, that club was the truth.
I would have been getting done.
You know the most amazing thing? I say Trey Franks played a game at receiver with. It wasn't a club, but it was a cast, and he was still catching passes. Yeah,
pretty much a club.
And he was still catching passes. It was amazing.
I was there.
So then after that semester, I got my GPA up good enough to transfer and end up coming to Lamar. Playing ball out there
back in the 409.
Yeah, that was something I kind of didn't. When I left, I felt like, man, I wish I could have did that. To play for. Not the hometown, but the home area, just to rep the 409. And I had a friend already there that was playing, and they were doing really good. I was like, he was like, hey, bro, just come play. And I was like, I don't know, I'm gonna try to feel it out, see what other schools I can get out the portal. But I was like, I'm just go to Lamar, and it turned out going pretty good. I had the city year due to the transfer rule. I wasn't really tripping about that, but as that season was over with, that was coming into 2020, and then COVID. So yeah. The next year, it was kind of tough. We took spring ball and did that in the fall. Then we played a 6-game season in the spring. And at that time, my degree started picking up to the points where it was like, I was telling you earlier, I was coming to practice with ice on my leg and a stem machine, walking into a class after a practice. And it was it was a vital class. And I was like, man, it's a lot going on. So I just prayed about it, and it was just time to move around. But the day after I told the coaches I'm not playing anymore, I got an interview to be at my current co-op. So it's crazy how things work, man.
Explain to people what a co-op is, because I never heard of it till you got one.
Yeah, so you have, for students that are in school, you have internships, which are usually a 1-semester term. You mainly do internships in the summer, but you can also do them like in the fall and spring, but mostly internships are done in the summer. And it's the job where you basically do the job, you kind of shadow, you do smaller tasks, but a co-op is a cooperative learning opportunity. So most of the times people do co-ops in like the fall or the spring. In my case, I'm doing one I started in January and I'll be done in August. So I'll have 7 months logged into my co-op. But most of the time people do co-ops, and they also take classes and things like that. So that's why the cooperative.
Yeah.
So you get the experience in the classroom, then you also get in the field. And it's been pretty fun.
As co-ops, is that traditionally just like in engineering?
Yeah, okay. I say so.
I must say, because I never heard of that like in any other like field.
Yeah, I
co-op.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I've heard of the concept, like getting. I heard of the concept. I didn't know that co-op was the term, but
Yeah, I know some people that like they're doing engineering and they've had multiple co-ops. I'm like, man, you were a different animal.
Is the intention to do it just for 7 months and then you're good, or is there a time limit for you?
I mean, mine is technically a co-op for the spring, and then it's just carrying on to a summer for an internship. So,
okay.
Yeah, most co-ops are just usually like for a fall term or a spring term.
Yeah,
mine is like super co-op. It's 7 months. So I'm doing fall plus the summer. I mean, spring plus the summer. So it's been pretty fun.
And it's kind of cool that you're doing your co-op in like your hometown. Like,
yeah, especially
you kind of know that industry. Not know it, but you know people that's been there.
Yeah, we're blessed in this area to have so many opportunities, like refineries,
so many industries,
and things like that, to where you can work at, especially as an engineer.
I'm about to say, as an engineer, this is the place to be.
Man, this is the hotbed. Like, that's a part of the reason why Lamar is such a great school, because we have so many people that have graduated, and those alums can just come back and just give you opportunities. They're hiring quickly.
The pipeline is just pumping.
It's crazy. But yeah, my current co-op is fun. I'm working in somewhat that in an industry I didn't really know was as booming as it is, just because, like Ed alluded to, like people order from Amazon every day. Well, that got to come from somewhere. So
it's needed. Yeah, it's needed.
It's definitely needed, and it's one thing why people love it so much. It's sustainable. Like you will always need it. It's not as volatile as oil and gas based refineries, because it's like that can fluctuate with the market. You always gonna need a box. So yeah.
You are gonna need a box.
So it's real stable, and a lot of people that work there, they enjoy it. But yeah, I think one of the things that's helped me out throughout my journey in life is just really having like a great like role model in each point, because it's like whenever I was like going through high school, my senior year was Hurricane Harvey, and that happened in the fall in 2017, and Ed came back home. So I think being able to see Ed growing up, and like see y'all as well, like y'all whole friend group. Just when I was growing up, I'm looking at them like, man, like I want to be like them when I'm in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like have a group always, move like together, and then like in y'all respective fields, like y'all was killing it in the classroom. Then on the field, Friday nights you see Jew out there, and then you have track meets, you see Ed, and it's like y'all handle y'all business, and that translated to college as well. So it's like having that to look up to is like. That's one of the things that I really attribute like a lot of success to in my early life. Besides just being blessed, I really feel as though, and even in the household, like coming from a family of like 3 Division I athletes, I was kind of like that work ethic.
It's a stiff house. I don't even like walking up in here.
Well, and the thing was, they did track, so I was like, man, I'm a heavier dude, so I'm not about to do no track. But I was like,
I got to ball at something.
But yeah, and it was just like I just realized, like, man, like they really all did Division I athletics. Like, I'm trying to at least like touch that and see what it was. So my work ethic was like I didn't really have to have that real outside motivation. I could just look at my household.
It was already there.
And just be like, all right, like I asked Ed, like, hey, you got some workouts for me to get faster? Yeah, just do this. All right, thank you. So that's my mom. Like, hey, you got something to do faster? Yeah, we can go out there right now. I did.
We can go out there right. See, I like that response. We can go out there right now.
So it's just things like that. I really feel as though those are the things. Even like when I was at Davidson, at Lamar, even now when I work, it's like being able to find that role model. Even people wouldn't consider themselves to be a role model, but for you, they're that person that you can look to. Like, okay, I see what he's doing. I know I can't do that, but let me try this. And I really feel as though that's what pays a lot of dividends to a lot of people. And as I get older, being involved with a lot of things I'm involved in at school, that's kind of like my main motivation now. Is like, I know there's gonna be people watching me, so if I've seen people do this, why don't I just try to go above and beyond and just try? Like, even if I don't succeed, the person coming behind me, they'll do it, and it'll be like, oh, he just did this. Oh, I know I can do this a little bit more than that, and I'm never gonna be the person to be like, oh, man, they got me. They did more than me. Hey, go ahead, man.
For sure.
Work your Judy, baby.
For sure. But let me ask you a couple of questions. Just hearing your story, right? I'm going to ask you this question because, we all from Orange, right? So we all had that aspiration. Well, most of us, maybe not Ed. We all had the aspiration to ball on a collegiate level, like a football level. That's the predominant sport out here, right? Was it an internal struggle that you experienced with like, okay, here's something that like, dang, I kind of really want it, and deciding to close that chapter? Because it sounds like you closed it, not, it ain't like they kicked you out of football and nothing like that. You decided like, nah, football got to end for me. What was that like? And not even just football specifically, but just like a dream, like when you got to close a dream out like that. Like, how was that for you?
Well,
I'm interested to hear. Sorry.
Yeah. I always thought of football as just like a means to get something. Like,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
Even for people like I see in the NFL, I'm like, football is just a means for them to just to provide a family, provide for their family, and to like spring a business off of that. So for me, football took me to some places I never thought I'd be. Like somebody would tell me you be in Davidson, North Carolina, see Steph Curry one night, doing all the other things that you do from this. Like I would have been like, man, you wilding. But it was a means to an end. Football got me into some places, especially in Lamar. It got me into some things to where I was able to meet people and network.
Yes, sir.
And that yielded me being in other opportunities. So it was something when I told the coach, they were like, sure, like, but they understood though. Like, they knew that I was just more than putting on some shoulder pads trying to hit somebody. They knew it was like, okay, he really thinks well.
I love that for you.
Yeah, so it was tough, but even now, like, I'm still involved with the athletic department at Lamar University. So it's to the point to where it's like, I'm not playing, but like football season, I'm on the sideline of the games. I'm seeing things. I'm like, hey, watch this.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and this to the point where my coaches, like, they coached me as well, so they know like my IQ with football is just like off the charts. When I said I wanted to stop playing, they were like, oh, you want to be a GA? I was like,
no, I don't know about all
that. They understood that I took school very serious and that that my beat of the drum was going off of me doing well in school because I'd be doing homework before a meeting. They're like, man, you doing stuff on the computer? I'm like, yeah, this is what this is. They're like, man, I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, that remind me, like, even like coming out of high school, we all had classes where a lot of people went places. I had a class that had a lot of people going places. And I remember I ironically wore my UNT shirt on signing day on accident. Okay. It was accident, for real. It was on accident. I wore my UNT shirt on accident, and everybody thought like I was signing to UNT. Like, oh, Joe, you gonna play football out there? That's what's up. And I was just like, nah, I'm not. You know what I mean? And I remember like I had a couple, this ain't my time to do this, but like I had a couple schools that was like sending me letters. And I remember having that little academic scholarship with UNT. So like I kind of had that realization a little bit early. You know what I mean? I didn't have to go play for a little bit. I was just like, you know what? Just like you said, like I'm more than shoulder pads than him. It's just I'm more than just running into another dude. You know what I'm saying? And me being a little bit more realistic, like I'll probably just be a kickoff dude anyway. Like I'm not about to do that for 4 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So like that realism that you had with yourself at a young age was something that like I really respect about you. Because I remember when Ed told me, I said, dang, because it's easy to like talk to Ed. How far do he still balling? Because that's just an easy question to ask. And when he was like, nah, I think Paul about to let it go, I was like, I remember I was like, man, I said, that's all right. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's all right, man. Paul bigger than that. So it's nice to hear that. It was nice. Sure.
Yeah, because I remember kind of talking to you too about it, and I was like kind of just taking it from like a realistic approach. I was like, you can spend your time trying to get playing time, and that not even like, you know what I'm saying? It's different when you like making an impact. You say, well, I might have a shot, or if it's like you just trying to like just fight just to even get playing time, or you got like a promising career and you like got opportunities. And I told him, I was like, man, shoot, I was like, what do you gotta just look at, what both paths can be, and like shoot, if that's more advantageous, doing academic stuff. I was like, man, it ain't like you like doing like one of those majors where it can go right or maybe it don't. I was like, bro, engineering you gonna land.
You gonna land, for sure.
I was like, man, that's promising enough.
Yeah, and it was a thing I look back on. I'm like, I don't have no regrets. Like in the 6 games that we had during the spring because of COVID, I got to play. Played against some competition. I'm trying my hardest, and I'm like, man, this is not what I thought this was going to be like. Because like it took so long for me just to play at Lamar. I'm like, man, just want to get on the field, having to wait from COVID, you know, just transfer year. I'm like, I know I could play. That wasn't the issue. But
I didn't think about that.
But then it was just like when I got to play and we were playing, I'm like, man, nah. Like I could scratch it off my list. I put on the jersey. I saw my people in the stands. You know, I got on the field, played like, you know, consistent. So I was like, yeah, you know, I've done it. I have the stories. Let me just move on by my life and actually try to do this, because the chemical engineering degree, that's something I look at like the mountain. And
like, for sure.
Because I don't know a lot of people that have those degrees. So just
a lot of people say it.
Yeah.
I'm going to school for chemical engineering. A lot of people say, I've heard a lot of people say it. I ain't seen too many people complete it.
Yeah, and I know me completing it is just going to make it that more realistic for a lot more people.
Heck
and
yeah.
that's the thing. Like,
heck yeah.
I know I can do it, and I'm going to do it. So it's just like, I want somebody else to be like, man, I can do that too if Paul did it, because I promise you, like, you may think, but it's not like.
For sure.
I ain't him.
For sure. for sure. No, that's a great story. And like, I know I don't say it, well, I say it a lot to them, but like, I definitely attribute a lot of my success to like guys like Ed and McCoy and, you know, Buddha, even Buddha, you know what I mean? All them. Cause like, it seemed like for a time there, for like 4 years straight, it was somebody, like, it was like, okay, who graduation we going to this year? Like, and when you see that, it only makes you want to be like, okay, well, I'm next, you know what I'm saying? Or I got to finish it. Ed did it, like, you know, and Ed was like, I think he was the first one to graduate out of all this. Yeah. Ed was first, so we was like, well, Ed did it. Like, I was like, I can't stop now, because, you know what I mean? And that kind of thing just like, I don't know, it just pulls your people up, because I did it, because at that time my core was still going through what he was going through. Then he came to UNT, then he graduated, then Bull, then Lee, and then, you know, and I don't know, just keeping that good company around you like that. For me, I attribute a lot of my success to that, because I want to be able to come back and say and invite y'all to my graduation, just like Ed invited me to his, and so on and so on. So I think a lot of my success is stems from that, kind of like what you said, just seeing people around you. Like, I think that's a great story.
And that's the thing about it. Like, you seen somebody do it, like, that's exposing yourself to a lot more. You exposing yourself to all those college graduations. That's putting it more realistic to you. Like, it's hard.
You seeing it.
Yeah. It's hard to say you're gonna go hunt a whale and you ain't never seen one before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't even been on a boat.
Ain't even get out the
lane. But no, so I kind of just wanted to, you know, dig into that a little bit more, just your upbringing. How was it being Ed's little brother?
Man,
it's just me asking you.
Nah, it was really cool. Like, I don't blame,
because I seen it.
Yeah, I don't blame. The thing is, I don't blame him for nothing he did, because I'm looking back at myself like,
but there was a lot of Ed. I used to tell Ed, I said, Paul gonna get on you one day. I said he gonna get on you one day.
But he wasn't wrong. That's the thing. Like, me looking back at what I was doing, I was like, okay, because I know just the similarities between me and Ed. People like, oh man, what's good, Ed? I mean, in the store, I just wave at him and stuff. You
know, that's why I asked you, because there's a lot of people that didn't even know Ed had a little brother.
Yeah, and like, people meet us and they're like, oh, y'all personalities are so different. I'm like, but like, I feel like being Ed are like two sides of the same coin. Like, like, he's the more, like, you know, I'm more lively than Ed, but to other people, I'm not lively at all. Like,
I could totally get that. I could totally understand you saying that. I could totally understand you saying that. That make more sense. Because, you know, I was thinking about it, because I got both of y'all Myers-Briggs tests. And yours was like the introverted one, and yours was the extroverted one. I was just like, on the surface, Ed is more extroverted. Maybe what people were seeing, but it's really you.
Yeah.
And then it's,
But once you get to know Ed, you'll be like, wow, he's a real lively person. But when you get to know me, I want to be in the house. I don't want to be around nobody.
See, that's the deception. That's what it is. That's the deception. That's the deception right there.
Because I actually suffer from social anxiety. So, like, being out.
Really?
One of them things you learn in college.
Oh, no, that's interesting.
Yeah, I knew it because, like, I went to school with my friends and, like, they'd be like, oh, yeah, come pull up. I'd be like, nah, I can't. I got something to do. But I just got to the point I was like, look, bro, I can't hang around people.
You just didn't like crowds.
Yeah, especially playing football. That's like 98 people I'm around pretty much every single day. Like,
oh, okay.
Just like, I feel like I didn't have that alone time. Like they just like what you on today, Paul? Like I'm just as soon as I'm up, I'm hitting the ground running. So yeah. Like I prefer just like kind of being alone. But like if I'm out, hey,
you out. Yeah, you out. Yeah,
but I'd rather be in the house.
Yeah.
Just like quarantine. Oh, man,
you loved it, huh?
Man, that was so amazing, bro. I just had because it was the first time because we were going into spring ball, so I had time just to like relax, just get my mind right and just chill. I just love that so much. I didn't have to go outside. I could just stay in my little bubble, still go like work out and stuff, but just really be, secluded. I love that so much, man. Like I imagine myself like living like kind of ducked off, like not full Kanye, Wyoming, but like on the little mountain.
You're gonna have some room around you.
I need space.
You need
even
space.
like houses wise, like suburbs are cool, but bro, I need like 2 acres at least. I don't even like cutting grass, but I will cut that grass.
I want it, but I don't want to be that far from civilization.
Yeah, it's a give and take.
I know.
I need like a little in between.
Yeah,
like I need to be like but then 35 minutes of the city.
Yeah, like.
But I don't mind being out because I'm like Paul. I need some space. Yeah. I can't pay all that money and have my neighbor be literally right there. Like
if I can't throw a loud party, it is not the house for me.
I want parking space.
Yeah, I need to.
Come on,
I need to be able to have space to do my country stuff. I want to ride 4-wheelers, have my little garden.
I want to wake up like
I want to shoot a gun.
I want to wake up
a horse.
Yeah, I just need my space to do my little country stuff.
I want to wake up 6 in the morning.
Have my little dog pen somewhere far to the back.
And that's funny though.
I got your little pond in there. You got to fill the pond.
I went to college and he said country. Like that's one thing in the area. I didn't realize how strong of an accent I had until like I was in Davidson, bro. The first week he was like, "Oh, introduce yourself." I said, "Oh, I'm Paul Ivory from Orange, Texas." You would have thought I was country bumpkin. Paul.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, "Paul Ivory from Orange, Texas." I'm like, bro, I sound like that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Till I live. Yeah. So Ed was a good big brother.
Yeah, man, he was a great role model, good big brother. I wasn't just the easiest little brother to deal with.
That was a lot to do with me too.
Yeah, give and take.
Oh no, well we here now. We here. This is what this is for. This is a Transferable Experience podcast.
But going through, I can even imagine going through your formative years like that, and you got me to deal with this. I'm a smart person, but like I wasn't at the point to where I would use a lot of common sense and other people's stuff. It's like I had to burn myself, and I was like, okay, then I know how I burned myself and why, and I can dissect the 20 ways to Sunday. But,
boy, Paul was a talker, man. Oh my goodness, he always would go. Oh my goodness, he would just talk so much. That was the main thing about Paul when we was kids growing up. I was like, bro, like at what point do you just get tired of talking? It was just never end.
Yeah. But
I don't know, man. We had a pretty cool little childhood. Yeah. We 7 years apart, so we not like that close. So
that's a good year. It's a good gap.
Yeah, we was always at definitely different points of our lives, but I think honestly, because brothers gonna always get into their little fights or whatever. Yeah. But I think by the time Paul got to middle school, though, I think that's when we went from being like brothers to more so like friends.
Yeah, I didn't want them L's, bro. He went to college and got buff and was sprinting. So I was like, nah, I don't want that smoke.
He's all right.
Because that's when we got friends. He chilled out a little. In middle school, that's when you start to change person. You kind of like come to your own a little bit.
That's about the time. That's about the time we started hanging out, right? Where you was in elementary when we?
Yeah, I was in elementary.
Oh yeah, okay.
But even that, like y'all was 7 years older.
So that's true.
I always wanted to hang around y'all, so I was like, man, I gotta shut up. I gotta just play the scene back.
I remember that.
I'm about to say because before we started going to Jew House, always we hang out here all the time.
We'd be up in here, yeah.
So you had to be around, I would think.
Yeah, Paul was around.
I'd always try to be around and stuff. It's just like I just knew I had like, man. But that 7 year age gap really made me like grow up quicker because it was like a lot of people say, "Oh, you handle yourself well, like you older." I'm like, bro, like
you was kicking it with us, man. And you knew if you got out of line, you was gone.
Yeah, it was.
You got excused.
I have seen Paul get excused on multiple occasions.
You can be here as long as you can be here. But as soon as you start,
it really all depended. It all depended on you. Yeah, it did.
Yeah. It did. As soon as he started, Paul leave.
Oh man, that used to be some of his funniest times. But But now, like, okay, so I have a sister, right? That's probably, you know, Carla. Yeah. But like, she was kind of like, not like wanting to be around us, but she always just had like snarky things to say, you know what I'm saying? Like after y'all would leave and stuff like that. Like, cause she just didn't understand, you know what I mean? We was at 2 different points. But then like you said, Ed, like both of y'all said, but after you get to that like adult age, so she's like 24 now or whatever. Now we just both like young adults, like trying to make it. See, it's kind of like she crossed the veil, like that veil was raised. It's like, yeah, you see, it's just us out here. Like we just, you know, I ain't trying to be better than you. I'm just trying to have a good time because I had a hard week. You know what I mean? That's all that was. You know what I'm saying? But I love to see siblings that get to enjoy that because it was like me. That was me with Justin. You know, 'cause, you know, he was older than me, and that's why I like to ask that just because it was interesting. And I mean, I saw a lot of it, so it was funny to me.
Yeah, I must say you got to kind of witness us go through our evolution. Because I know, I'm not gonna lie. At one point, I was like, "Yeah, Paul gonna want his get back at some point." That was the only thing that was keeping me motivated in the gym.
I was waiting on that day. I used to tell Ed, Paul, when it was just, I say, Paul, one of these days he gonna rise up and he gonna come. He gonna get you, bro. He gonna get you.
I thought that was gonna come at some point. We good now. I think all the tension's out the way. Well, at least on my side.
I'm cool. My conscience is clear. Yeah. He was right. Like, I just don't, I can't sit here and like, oh, Ed was, I mean, he was just doing what he was doing, man.
It was a handful.
Nah, he was dealing with me, bro. Like, I'm
telling you as a
dude.
You see how? I'm telling you as a dude that was with him during that time. He was a handful.
Nah, he was wilding, but I'm not gonna say he was wrong.
Nah, he was wrong.
Nah, I was out of line. Could you tell how? I mean, looking at it from your perspective, can you tell how I've changed over the years, or do I still seem like kind of the same as I was in high school?
I can equate this to you feel like Batman after he'd seen some things. Like you still have a good time, but you are what you are, and it's probably not going to change. And I enjoy it. You're the person, like Ed is my like solid voice of reason. So like, just I can see the change definitely.
Yeah,
you've hit your peak of this is your character. You can learn new traits, but you still going.
I feel like I'm calmer now.
Yeah, you used to be a little turned, but I mean, I don't blame you.
I was just talking about patience wise. You know, my patience level used to be negative.
Ed with hair?
Man, I was a menace.
That boy ain't play.
Yeah.
A lot of people watching that. This dude used to have hair. When he had hair, he was a problem.
What did you, looking back at that and my hair and what did you think I was going through in life when I had that wild fro that was just.
Why didn't you want to cut that?
Oh, man.
To quote 21 Savage, a lot. That's just, but I mean, it was at a time where when you stopped getting it lined up, I was like,
See, Ed like to say, why y'all ain't tell me I look like that? And I say, Ed, we was telling you that you look like that. Everybody was telling you that, but you was just so on your square that like you were just not.
Because looking back on it, I was like, bro, I looked insane. Like,
what was dying on that?
Yeah, boy.
I didn't look like, I thought it looked kind of cool. I know I looked insane.
Nah, bro.
Because I kid you not, the only person that would just be straightforward with me, my angel, my mother, she'd be the only one that would tell me with straight disgust, what are you doing? Like, you need to braid that or do something with it. You know, that's mama's favorite thing to say.
Yeah,
she don't just like long hair. You got to do something with it.
Yeah.
She said, I don't care what you do, just do something with it.
And I was there, and like, I know if I would have said something, it just would have been bad. Like,
nobody said nothing.
No,
that's what I said. I felt like nobody said anything because of the person I was back then, and they didn't want what I would have to say back.
He is lying.
I can't remember no time none of my friends said anything about my hair ever.
What?
I would get an edge a year.
Yeah, you would get
a year.
Yeah, you would get an edge a year. You would get an edge a year.
Nobody said, bro. I don't think the women, you gotta do like the girls, bro. They like kind of like you to.
No.
What did you say, Drew? Tell me what you think you said.
I said, Ed, what? I said, bro, you look a little crazy, bro. I said, bro, but you don't want to do nothing? And he was like, no, I only get my one edge a year. That's all I need. Why I need to cut my hair? For them? That's how you used to, bro, that's how I used to talk her. Yeah, for them. I ain't about to make them make me get a haircut. That's you. Circa 2010.
That sounds like something I was.
Yeah.
I might say that was the last time I got a regular haircut. Not my senior year though. I did get trims. My senior year I got the trims. Then I stopped getting trims.
Yeah, when you went to college,
it just do whatever.
College I understand. I'm talking about like high school. College,
I was getting it trimmed in high school.
Nah, college is when it was just going crazy.
Yeah, in high school, I get it because I used to get it trimmed.
Get your little...
I would get it was literally just get it trimmed, and it just looked. But nah, that's college when because my last haircut
when you woofed it.
Yeah, I was literally just getting edges.
Yeah, that's true.
But nah, I remember you having a pick, and he was picking his hair, but he wasn't really going through it. And he told me one time, he said, "Why you ain't picking your hair out?" And just did. I was like, my dad was like, "You ain't picking your hair out either." And I was like,
"Yeah,
I ain't want no smoke." I was.
If we look deeper into it, I think that hair was like symbolic of where I was in life.
Yeah, it was.
Like it was just I didn't know where I was going. I was going through like a lot of mental health stuff and like trying to find my way and was lost. And I think
who you telling?
I think that's what that hair symbolized. It was all over the place, just like how only thing I would do is literally I would shampoo it and that's it. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
And like I said, I get an edge. I get an edge, and I wasn't even using good shampoo back then. I was using
mane and tail.
No, I wasn't even using that. I was using that dang Suave crap. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Both that VO5.
That's why I'm at where I'm at now. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think that hair was symbolic of where my life was at that point.
Yeah, no.
I don't blame you with that.
Well, you know.
So it looked crazy to you too, huh?
It did. Like I remember that one time you got it braided. You like Johan Blake. You had like the cornrows going back. Yeah.
My mom used to make me. She braided at night just to make it do something. To kind of.
You ain't tell me that.
It was
be plaited. I have like no hang time though. Because once my hair got to a certain length, it just stopped.
It just stopped.
It just was what it was.
That's why it was crazy when I saw Paul get locks. I was like, "What?" I thought like your whole family can't go there.
Nah, I purposely took a lot of good care of my hair. Like
he was like, "I'm not going to be like that."
I went through the point in high school where like I was getting it too stranded, then I just stopped and I just putting products in. Like I started having pieces that would like lock up like my senior year and stuff, but then I was like, you know what? Let me just take good care of my hair because I want it for a while. So I took a lot of.
Paul time was when they the little sponges.
That
only work for certain people hair types. That's what people didn't realize. Like, bro, that don't work for every hair type.
No, it was really for like 4C hair, like for like that harder,
coarse.
So everybody else, I was like, bro, that does nothing for y'all. Like,
it didn't do nothing for me. My hair was like too kind of.
Because I seen people,
it would never do what it was supposed to do.
Yeah, just a whole lot of shea moisture and.
Then again, I didn't use a sponge. I just take a brush.
Yeah, I say
that sponge.
But some people that did more than others. So let me ask you, because from your perspective as a young Paul, witnessing my senior year, they junior year, what was that like for you,
bro? It was crazy. Like you was going into that year already with like a lot of success, and then it was like you just like from an athletic standpoint, you just kept winning. Like you just always win. Like even you wasn't first, you was second to JT, but he was just winning and just kept winning and kept winning. I was like, hey, bro, he was like legit fast. Like I knew you was fast, but then like just seeing how it translated like to those like higher levels of competition, and like even when you was in state, it was like we was looking around. Mom, she was like, he should have won, and because it was just like you just chose to get out a little slow.
I took a misstep on my first step, and but that was so crazy because it was like I don't know, like when you be living in stuff, you don't really think about it. So like, and then our father, he did a great job with humility around here. So it was like
never let you get too high.
Man, it'd be like, heck, I'll go win a track meet that Friday, Saturday. He waking me up talking about we got to go do some yard work. So it was
grass.
Like, it was never like a big deal. So it wasn't a big deal to me. Like it was like. I just won, but whatever. Like
you know what? That's crazy because I was about to say like I remember I know the year you're talking about, Paul, but it's like even throughout that year, like Ed was like never just like Ed was never coming to us at lunch like, man, I can't wait to get on these. I'm about to get on their tail today. He's just like, well, I got a track meet. I'm gonna run. It's gonna end. You know what I'm saying? And then we'll probably just go get Waffle House that night. Like, all right,
I never.
Or it'd be like post track meet and they won. It'd be like, what you want to do? We just go do the normal stuff, and he ain't walking around with the medal around his neck like some boys.
Weren't you an All-American, Ed?
I think so. My senior year. I think so.
He didn't even tell me that. I had to find that out. Like one day in college, I looked up his Louisiana Tech track bio. I said, "You an All-American?"
I was an All-American.
Well, you know what I was about to say.
I forgot about that.
It's actually this room that he's in. I was with him in this room when he signed his letter of intent to La Tech.
Did not want to sign that.
It was right here. We was playing.
Yeah, we was playing NCAA. I didn't want to stop the game.
We playing NCAA. That's the bitch right there. Like that bitch, it's that bitch. But it was on this side.
Yeah.
And we was sitting there right here. We was playing NCAA. And like, you would have thought he had just got like something in the mail. Like his people just came like, hey, you need to sign this. He ain't stopped the game. Like, hey, this is like your whole letter of intent right here. You know, he ain't had no signature. He just gave it back, and that was it. That was literally him committing to La Tech, like right there. And we was in this room.
Game in NCAA.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Me and Ed life kind of parallel, and it's like ironic. Like with my situation with me going to Davidson, like I was like, I don't know if I really wanted to go, and it was like in the moment when I was like talking to some people, like getting ready to sign some paperwork, I was like, man, I wish Ed was here. He'd be the lone voice of reason right now, because. I was with some family members, and they was like, "You ain't getting back on that plane without signing that paper." And I was like, "Man, where's Ed?" But you know, everything worked out. I feel as though we both went to different places, and it was just, you know,
did good.
Yeah, we put our feet on the ground, man, and we made something happen.
Everybody got their own journeys.
Good. I'm just so happy I was able just to sit here and just witness it. I just always been just witnessing it. I just, you know, this is one of my favorite homes to come to, personally. For real. But let me ask you this. Like Ed said, outside looking in, because we don't know this, and I don't really ask nobody this, but I can ask you this. What was it like watching Ed, me, I guess, YBs as a young kid? Because, like, people try to say we was, like, cool kids, but like you said, we was in it. I thought we just...
I just thought we was paying attention to this,
I don't think nobody was paying attention, but people make it seem... We
just enjoying ourselves with each other.
Yeah.
But that's really what it was. Like, y'all can see the people, seeing that many people be collectively have fun and just, like, always be around each other and enjoy each other's company, like, and then, like, in their own lanes be excelling, like, that was something that you rarely really saw. So, like, I just remember, like, I'm in middle school. People like, hey, bro, what Ed on? Like, bro, like, what do YB's on? I'm like, bro, I don't know.
People would ask you that?
Yeah.
I ain't know that.
Well, I mean, it would be people like that you already knew. Like, and some people like, you know, shout out OG Nick P, that boy come through. Like, damn, where I seen them boys at? I said, yeah, no. Like, but, you know, it was cool, though. Like, people knew, like, in the community, they knew, like, oh, yeah, you know, Ed and them, you know, they going to move together as a unit for real. And it'd always be cool to see, especially for me. Like, I'm like, man, like, I want me and my friends to, you know, be from high school still going on. And, you know, I'm blessed to have that, you know. And it's cool. Like, even now, like, when I'm older and now I can hang with y'all, it's like, I done got to the point where I still like having fun around y'all. I feel like the little kid again, but at the same time, like, I know to keep my ears open, because y'all just say something, you know, it's like, oh, okay, like, I can use that for later, because y'all just went through a lot of things, and I got y'all degrees, and y'all working in y'all career fields, and y'all excelling, you know. And even with the podcast, you know, I remember sitting on my couch, y'all called me asking me was Nachos salad.
Oh yeah, when we was testing out. When we first got the equipment,
the phone call
feature. Yeah,
and Nachos is not a salad. That was like one of the wildest things you said.
Yeah, that was.
You were pretty. You are the voice of reason, Jew, in my life.
How is Nachos not a salad?
But that's like one of the most irrational thoughts that you have.
How do you make a salad?
Okay,
this guy.
Are we putting this in parameters of architecture and construction? Because if we saying that, then it's something where it's a layered food, but then you can say, well, pizza is just baked salad. If it's the same,
but pizza is also considered a pie
because you bake it and it has dough,
and filling. Okay, with a salad, you take it, you put it together. You could put cooked chicken on it. You can put salmon on it. You can put shrimp on it. If you don't want to do all that, you don't have to. The lettuce is the foundation of the salad. The foundation of nachos is just chips.
Okay, what's the parallel?
Okay. Like, I don't see, like...
And you can put cheese and tomatoes and lettuce.
Wait, what's the parallel?
It's a construction thing. Like, it's not, can't be, like, you don't eat salad with, like, a piece of lettuce and just, like that, like, dip lettuce.
You can eat nachos with a fork.
After they done broke down, but that's different things. The chip is meant to be...
That might be a taco salad at that point, boss.
Honestly, if you have that much salad...
Because you can put tortilla strips in it.
What?
Wait, I need him to go back and make your parallel between the two because I need to hear.
Because you put a salad together the same way you put nachos together.
The fact that it's layers?
No, it's just like how you dress the salad is the same way you dress nachos. You can put meat, vegetables, toppings on a bed of chips and it's nachos. You can put meat, dressings, coverings on lettuce and it's a salad.
So you saying the fact that they have similar toppings make nachos a salad?
I don't see how they're not. I don't see how they cannot be. Like you can call a salad nachos if you wanted to.
Because I'm trying to see what the similarities you saying are between the two is the fact that they use similar toppings or you build them up.
You build them, but they just so happen to use the same toppings.
So that's what make them similar.
Yes.
So,
but I mean, what would you say for the baked potato? Because you kind of use the same thing for that too.
You can call that a salad.
That's wild.
Come on, man.
You can have potato salad.
Come on.
You can have potato salad.
Come on, Jude. That's a name now. You know that ain't nothing like that.
All right, man.
So you group all a family of food for you. A genre is layered construction. That's a whole. That can be a fire.
That's basically
no, but that is a feature that is included in both salads and nachos that are just they're the same
layers and toppings.
Yes,
is what makes them similar.
What else is what makes it? What are you? Are y'all struggling with the fact that there's cooked meat on chips? Is that what's stopping y'all from calling nachos a salad?
I'm struggling from the point of that when you go to eat it, you're not just grabbing lettuce bare hand. And,
you got to use something. Yeah. And then the fact that...
So y'all issue is the fact, is this the way that you eat it?
No, I don't understand how they similar. Nachos are its own thing because it's support. Well, maybe because you say how is it? Because it's supported on its own thing. And I mean, like, I guess for the most part...
How's that not the same for a salad?
But I said a baked potato is the same toppings too.
And I say you could call a potato a salad.
Come on, you got to see the flaw in that.
I see the flaw in that, but not the nachos is salad. Not the nachos is salad.
From a construction standpoint, I see you. I see where you're coming from, but that's about it.
I don't get it, and he's not ever irrational with his thoughts.
This is not an irrational thought.
It is.
I don't know why you trying to make them the same.
I don't see how y'all...
Because you build them up the same and they got the same.
You know what's funny? For these last 5 minutes, I've been defending y'all, both of you guys, about how I think it's a salad. You guys tell me how you think it's not a salad.
A salad is its own genre.
Just because you got to...
Because I think the base of a salad is lettuce.
In essence.
Okay, an ingredient.
Without lettuce, it's not a salad.
I would say, can a salad be a salad without lettuce?
Yes.
Or any leafy green.
Come on, Jude.
What? A salad can't be a salad without a dressing? Without lettuce?
Without a leafy green.
Because you can do spinach or whatever. Don't they got to be the base of a salad, Jude? Come on, man.
Or are we saying salad is just a combination of a bunch of things within a given space? I think that's where we're going.
That's called soup.
Non-liquid.
Nah, I don't know what you just went on. I don't know where you just went. I don't know where
as long as you got broth and you can add whatever you want to it, and then it's as long as it got a broth.
Liquid based. Okay,
liquid based.
But I say that what make a salad is you got to have a green.
Paul just explain
the combination of a bunch of things is what constitutes a salad.
No. I disagree wholeheartedly.
In his eye, I'm not agreeing with this. I'm just trying to put ones and zeros to everything.
Well, no, that's ones and zeros to it, but I'm not going to concede that nachos are not a salad. Well, if you just call it,
so
I'm down on the hill.
Hey,
I'm on it.
You want a salad and somebody bring you some nachos.
I'd be like, well, shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't make myself clear.
Oh, what type of salad you wanted, huh?
I wanted a garden salad.
Because the base of a salad is a green. Come on.
Green.
Come on, man.
That's a lot of specifications.
Because the only reason they call pasta salad is because the base is pasta.
What about mac salad?
The base is the
noodle.
So,
how can you? So if you say nacho salads exist,
but the basis of that is a salad with nacho toppings. It's like,
Ed, you just made my point. You just literally made my
point.
It's
different types of salad.
First you just said a salad is constituted by having a leafy green at the bottom. And then you said, I said, what about, you said pasta salad. So pasta is the base.
Pasta salad.
So if nachos don't have chips as the base, we just gonna call so you rather us call it nacho salad?
At that point, I mean, taco salads do exist.
Okay, so you just want the naming convention to be okay, correct. There we go. Okay, okay, because that's still a salad.
But that's the thing.
And what makes
people you can just have meat and cheese and tortillas. I mean, on chips.
I know a man that had a head of lettuce and a tomato and called it a salad.
That's a salad.
And he sitting to my left, But that's just a bare minimum salad. That's just a bare minimum nacho.
See, that's what I say. It can get blurry if it got lettuce on it. I'll let you do nacho salad, maybe. But if the typical nachos is the base, as they call it, Rotel.
That's why
if you say, man, I want a salad, and somebody give you some Rotel, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's the same. No, because why? It don't got the base of a green.
Now, if the base was based on chips, then it's nachos. But that's the line. That's the line.
It's the base.
It's the base. But I would be like, I'm sorry, I didn't make myself more clear. You could have gave me a garden salad.
You just using a lot of extra words.
He is too.
No, that's kind of like
using too little words.
He's saying nacho salad, and the salad is still in it.
But it's something different, though.
But the base is
it becomes
the green, and then you add
it's nachos.
Toppings.
Look, it's nachos all the way up until you put a green on it, a leafy green, basically.
It's the base, whatever the base is. That's what the difference is.
We was not supposed to argue that, but like I forgot all about that argument. But it's like I'm not. Never mind.
I mean,
answer us in the comments.
It ain't far off if you. I think it come down to the bases what make a salad. They gotta have
a hot dog, not a sandwich.
You said this that time too. I mean, if people choose to quantify it as that, if you qualify a sandwich as something between two slices of between bread and closing it, if you call that a sandwich, by all means, sandwich.
All right.
That could be a form. I'm not that mad at that one.
Yeah,
I think we're just used to a naming convention. You know, we're in a time now that titles are changing. If nachos want to be a salad, hey, they can be a salad.
I don't know. But
all right, what else we got?
Well, I got frivolous brother questions if we done with the series.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean we ended on nachos versus salad, so you good. Go ahead. We got all the time.
Okay. Dang, this.
Actually, some real stuff, man.
Well, I say these are some very brotherly questions. Well, we'll start because, Paul, although, we are very similar in our family, Paul is more so the most different out of all of us, but not that different.
I'm somewhat considered normal, but in our family, it's like our path is like this. I'm just like kind of teetering on the outside.
Well, because it's like we all are so similar. Like, I give you an example to just kind of like summarize it. So when my family used to go to the mall, we would all eat at this seafood place.
Oh, seafood corner.
That's where the whole family eat. Paul, he go get Chinese food.
There you go.
That was kind of like the thing, like where it ain't like he just too far off in the wild child or anything, but it'd be stuff like that. But then too, it'd be funny though, because in other instances, I'd be like more so like the black sheep-ish kind of sort of.
Okay.
Because I remember like Paul, because I was lucky enough to be here for Paul's senior year, and I'd always ask him, I'm like, why you sitting here? Like, you don't want to go be with your friends? Y'all because me, my senior year, bro, I was not home.
He was at.
I'd be like, man, you don't want to go?
You don't want to go move around?
Do something? Like, oh, no, I'm chilling. I'd be like, oh.
No.
Okay. And that goes back to our like personality traits. Like on the outside, he seemed like just so secluded, but you get him around, he up and moving. But me is like, I'm all like, oh yeah, I'm all cheerful. When I'm in the house, bro, I'm not trying to leave.
Yeah, I'm about to say that'd be the thing about me too. I think you described it perfectly because like on the outside where I am, like very recluse, like kind of just to myself. But I'm mixed. Like I say, I may not be like with everybody, but with my like my group of people, I am very social and a little But
you get out, you get moving.
But yeah, man, that is a very big difference. I remember too because Growing up, man, like I was my dad laborer, man. Just
you was
in the morning. I remember our jobs would be I have to actually cut. Paul just pick up the trash, go back in the house, enjoy life. I gotta be the one that actually cut the grass. That was Paul's only job when we had to cut grass was make sure there was no large sticks that was gonna mess up the ride lawnmower.
Yeah,
just throw them out the way. That's all his task, or if it was cans or whatever. And I remember I was just always looking forward to, I was like, man, I can't wait for me to go to college and he got to be the hand, the labor. Cause man, it'd just be days, man, and it wasn't like with our dad, it wasn't like, oh no, like he was telling you Monday, hey man, this weekend we got some work to do. Nah, this Saturday morning, 6 o'clock, hey, get up, we got to go work.
Mm-hmm. What?
We was together all last night, Daddy. You could have said something.
Yeah. You didn't tell me nothing.
You didn't. And that, I think that right now is a response to why I don't like when people tell me stuff last minute.
Yeah.
Cause I'd be like, bro, give me a little time to prepare my, it ain't even that I'm against it. I just want time to prepare myself.
I gotta get myself together. Yeah.
Cause that, man, you don't know how many mornings, man, it just.
I mean, remember y'all doing the cement, when y'all working at the cement? Doing the cement? Yeah, I remember that.
He was doing that before. I mean, it'd be some mornings he like just boom, boom, boom on the window. Wouldn't even come in.
Hey, on the lawnmower.
On the window.
Bro, just knocking on the window. You play fake sleep. Next thing you know, he coming there with a sense. Hey, get up! You gotta cut the
And that's the thing about our dad. Is like when I got older, he like give me an ultimatum. Like, oh, you want to? He say, oh, you want to help me cut the grass? You want to help me do this? I was like this. I know I have no choice, no say in this, but if you give me the option, just for the fun of it. No, I don't want to help you. Yeah. Then he'd be like, all right, well, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take that. All right.
But you know, I think. Looking back on it, I think that was important that he did it that way because in life, you do technically always have a choice, but every choice you make got consequences.
Got an outcome.
I think that was, I don't know, I'd be pulling life lessons out of everything these days. But I really think, because I always would think about that too, he would always word it in that way where it was like, I mean, it is a choice, but it's repercussions to your choice. But it's your choice to make. Mm-hmm. And I was like, yeah, that's really how life it is. I mean, you can go to work. You cannot go to work. But if you don't go to work and you don't call in, or if you go against the law, and like it's repercussions for everything you do in life.
Yeah, that's true.
Every action got a reaction to it.
And that's the thing about our dad. He had like a lot of, they weren't intentional and by any means. He was just doing him. But we chose to like take lessons from it because like Ed said, I didn't cut the grass. Like I just wasn't good at cutting grass. It was meticulous things that, bro, I'd ran over so many trees. My dad said, don't get on the lawnmower no more. But like if he said,
I still think that was strategic personally.
Hey,
see, Paul, you got to watch out for Paul, man. He that guy. You know me, I'm like, I'm going to just look you in your eyes, hard truth and whatever. Paul, he more meticulous with his movement, like calculated. I don't know how to be calculated.
That boy ran over that stick on purpose.
I'm hands on, man. It just is what it is with me. Sometimes I don't feel like doing this. Oh, really? Yeah. No. Yeah. I live with that. Paul, he gonna go out there and he know how my dad like operates. So if you just keep messing after a while, he's gonna like he said, man, just go on now. Just get out the way.
Yeah.
Me, I just out there cutting grass. At one point, man, when we cut grass, it wasn't just 1 yard. We had to do 3 yards.
Oh, 3. That was the bad time.
The old house?
We had to do this house, the house, and the neighbor edition, and the house on 8th Street.
Yeah.
When I was but he didn't know how to cut grass. An engineer can't go along the line and avoid. That's why I say, everybody got different approaches. I was like that guy there.
Hey man,
see why I got my personality thing.
Yeah, for
that was subconsciously though. But I mean, when it was more stuff like with back work, I don't know why, but when I got into high school, he had bricks to move every weekend, physical cement bricks, wood to move, other things like that. So he just tell me, don't think, because he knew I like overanalyze stuff. But he's like, I just need your back, and I'm like, all right. Yeah. I wasn't mad at it. Like. Had me picking up a lot of stuff. It was getting me stronger. Like,
you know how many times we emptied that garage out and organized it just for it to look like it wasn't organized a week later.
Yeah.
It was a lot of manual labor.
I love your father, man.
But the thing is, the crazy thing is these days, like, because he say don't think. I like doing manual labor now because it like give me time to, like when you just doing monotonous stuff, like, and it just give you time to think. I love doing manual labor, just anything where I can just do with my hands because
you getting that little rhythm.
Because see, Paul, he missed the golden age too. When my dad, he had a construction company because that's how I would pay for my school clothes. I'd go work for him over the summer.
I remember you used to say like, I can go work with my dad. I was just like, man, I ain't ready. Man, you offered it a couple of times.
Yeah, that was some good scratch. He was making 10 an hour. Yeah,
it was 10 an hour. It was 10 an hour. I remember
paid every week too.
I remember 10 an hour, and I was just like, man, I don't know if I'm ready for this.
I might say, and that's when I was going through my little LRG phase and stuff, and them was $40 a t-shirt, and I had quite a few of them.
But I was there when my dad started teaching at the high school, and he had he was teaching the mechanics class.
So. Oh Lord!
But it was like now where I work, like even though I'm an engineer, I still be out in the process with all the other operators, and it's times where I got to use tools and stuff, and it's really helped me like in my engineering because how my dad working on cars, I was like, man, do I want to be mechanical? But then I was like, nah, I'll just be chemical, but just have that hands-on feel. And
you know,
it's really translated to the point to where like when I'm doing engineering stuff at school or at work, it's like I can see it, like I can put my hands to it, and I'll come and ask my dad about stuff, like just talk to him and then just see like how he go about a problem from like a more hands-on technical approach. Then I can take a step back and like put it in my head, like okay, so what a calculation that could be to this. So I can tell him he's been like an amazing resource, and I hated some of them times having to really work like that, but it paid off. And
yeah, I'm gonna say because I remember one thing he'd always tell me too. He was like, hopefully when you become an adult, you don't have to do this yourself. You can pay somebody to do it, but at least you'll know if it's done right.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, man, that made me handy as heck. Just like I say, just being his free labor. Just
yes, sir.
I learned how to put up a fence, how to build a deck, how to take a deck down.
Yeah.
Doorknobs, faucet, like it's just like little stuff that you just worked on all the time. At the time, you was just doing what you was told, but you end up picking up some skills along the way.
Yeah. And the thing with the difference between me and Ed, I was more the outdoorsy type, so I was going fishing with my dad and stuff like that, doing like the more outdoors and stuff So I got like a lot of that is to where it's like certain stuff like I know how to kill snakes, and like when I was in high school, they used to be a little hustle. Like people was like, oh, I got a snake. I'm like, all right, sign me a little bread. I can come over there and get it done real quick, and move about my business. So like it's stuff like that. Like even now, just like I just talked to him like, hey, like if you had to flank a calf, how would you do it? He's like, well, I put my knee up to it, like and tip it over. So yeah, it's just stuff like that. I mean, I don't plan on flanking calves, but if I just ever had to,
I don't think I quite know what that means.
It's like when you get a calf to the ground to tie it up around the legs. They kind of do it in rodeos.
Oh, that's called flanking.
Yeah, because you get it on the side.
Yeah. They be like really turning them things over.
Yeah, the people be slamming them things.
Yeah. I've been seeing like the slam. I didn't know about the knee thing.
Yeah, that's so that when you put your knee in front of it, you could already be down on it. That way you can already have his legs, because you have to be down on him and wrap his legs at the same time.
But yeah, see, I think Paul, he kind of, as parents age, they kind of start parenting different. I think Paul kind of got it.
He caught that.
Yeah. Too, I think, like I said, I think like the amount of manual labor I had to do, I don't think Paul had to do.
He did everything.
I could be wrong, but
I've witnessed Ed do a lot.
Man,
out here.
It's this stuff I've had to do, but Ed did more. I'd say.
I about to say, I did a lot of manual labor, but it all worked out.
Y'all both here.
Yeah.
Well rounded. Like I said, I always tell people, I was like, bro, I can do some very random stuff.
Yeah. Very random stuff. Like,
yeah.
But I mean,
tape and float sheetrock.
Look. Hey. Don't do that.
Man.
Yeah, I've had to tape and float some sheetrock that you didn't tape and float.
Oh, let's talk
Bro, okay. He was turned up about it too. Oh yeah, I want to learn how to tape and float sheetrock. Time came, life just got great for him and had to leave. Now I'm just.
I learned how to. I know how to tape and float sheetrock. I learned how to do it. I thought you was talking about that mommy house.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so I was going to grad school and I couldn't get financial aid because it was just one class, but it was SMU, so the class was still ridiculous to pay. And my grandmother took care of that for me. Rest in peace, Lola Faye. And I think the deal was that I was just going to kind of like just be, kind of help work it off / pay it back. And it was some project I was supposed to do. It was in the garage.
It was in the garage. We put sheetrock up in there because it was after Harvey. So we redid the sheetrock going around the siding of the garage and like in the ceiling. I mean, thankfully my dad is like an amazing carpenter. So he really took.
I was supposed to help, and I don't know.
He was so excited. He's like, I want to learn how to tape and float sheetrock. And my dad was, oh yeah, that's great. And then the time came, my class started. And then it was before I went to college, I think, because I left to go to Davidson, and I left them, and they were still putting it up like in the ceiling and stuff. Yeah. I crushed a couple corners of the sheetrock. My dad's like, boy, what you doing, boy?
So yeah, man, that sheetrock, that's interesting, man. But yeah, man, I felt like, we hadn't had like a lot of interest in experience. Like I said, I was just kind of interested to see like how it was. Cause like I said, I was very like present back in those days, and I didn't really think much of anything. So I was just kind of interested to see how it was in your perspective. Heck, even just like watching us and how we moved as a friend. Heck, how I moved. Cause did you know I was wild?
No, I didn't know a lot about you, Ed. You was very secretive. I mean, we lived in the same house, and I down the hall, and I just never. It was like so much about you. Like when I put the pieces together, it's like, oh, you did this, you did that. Boy, you was out there like that. I didn't even much know. People come to me, and boy, was a reliable boy. I'm like,
made sense, huh?
Yeah, but that's just how we are in our family. Like it's stuff
discretion,
I found out,
man. Discretion is important.
Because it's stuff I found out about my mom. Like I didn't know like how good of an athlete she was in high school.
What?
But like men would come up to me, they'd be like, hey man, when your mom was in school, man, she was about the fastest at the school. Like
my mama tell me all the time.
Like somebody said, yeah, if your mom was a dude, she would have went to the NFL. and they was like, no, for real. I was like,
I guess that's a compliment.
Yeah, she was.
So,
yeah, it was.
She got a different type of speed. Back in her day, they when women's basketball, you could only play offense
and defense. Yeah,
and she played defense. I was like, that's where I get those defensive roots from.
There it is.
Oh, I played defense in college too. Look at that.
All worked out. Do you remember me when I was good at basketball?
Yeah.
Or were you too young to witness those games?
I remember in the pre-games, people just saying, dunk them mug, and you just go up and like, you just never want to, but I know you could.
That's his problem. Like, all the stuff Ed was good at, he just didn't give a damn about.
You wasn't there that game I hit the spin move. Huh?
No, I remember that. I was going to bring that up. You hit the spin move. Wasn't it like at half court you hit a spin or something? Or
No, it was for a layup, because I remember I was, I'm left-handed, and I was dribbling with my right, and it was a fast break. And I needed to get to my left because I couldn't really do layups that good with my right enough to do it in the game. So I couldn't do nothing but spin. Then I just kind of put the ball up and the crowd went crazy.
Everybody thought Ed was the coldest.
That was a funny
really good,
moment.
Though. He was really good at basketball.
That was funny.
Since you asked me about your time, do you remember my senior year of football? Because like I look back on that, and that was the year where it was like what we were going through, like Harvey, and then like the past two like seasons, we had like some dogs and stuff.
Yeah,
it was like,
I had some kids.
And then it was like coming to my senior year, they were like, "Oh man, we don't know if y'all gonna win state for real."
Yeah, I tell you all the time, y'all exceeded expectations. I would watch those games. Y'all was not supposed to win as many as y'all did.
Well, I feel like we had a good nucleus and stuff, and we were like the Ravens. I always said that we were like the Ravens. Like
that's the exact way I would describe y'all.
Yeah, like. But I don't know, like, because I look back on my high school career sometimes, like, just like at work, people are like, man, I remember you was in high school, boy, you was good, boy. Like, you was always back there making a big tackle or sack. I'm like,
I was waiting for that screen for you to intercept it.
So I had an injury my senior year, nasty, tackled somebody, and like the vein right here, it kind of tightened up. And so my arm was like pretty much locked up like this for like the last 3 games of the playoffs. And like, I promise you I had a pick, and I knew it was coming that week. And I just couldn't.
You couldn't get it.
Yeah, he never could. That's what I was waiting for him to intercept that screen, see if he was going to take it back or not.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was
NCAA stuff.
Man, but that's stuff that now I can look back and like, wow, I did, especially I see the younger kids, like they go and do like big stuff at school. So I'm like, man.
That stuff be kind of hard to appreciate in real time, especially like once you get used to it. Like if you get, once you get, not to sound, but once you kind of get used to the winning and stuff, it kind of just become a norm, and it don't really like hit you.
Yeah,
and you realize like, nah, this ain't like normal. Like this ain't something that's just always there.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Because once you in it and you just living through it, and that just kind of become the expectation. It don't really like hit you. Because I kid y'all not, I've never won a race afterwards and said, "Wow, I really just did that." That's incredible. Wow, dang,
I did that.
Okay,
Yeah.
Never. I would just run. Then okay, am I done? Do I got another race?
Next event. Yeah.
So I think that's kind of the thing where it's kind of like, I think I kind of would like, when I have children, like I'm gonna kind of tell them that, like, man, you gotta like kind of take this all in, and like, that can be the expectation, greatness and winning and stuff. But like, man, take all this in, because like you're gonna look back on this and you either not gonna remember most of it, or like, it's like somebody else gonna have to bring it up for you to,
like dang, they really happened. You know what I mean?
So it's gonna seem surreal, because the only moment to ever feel real is the present. So
I think about that all the time. Like, not even like shit, like our JV times. I was like, man, we had some real fun out there.
That was mean.
Like
JV squad.
That was probably just like the funnest like football, because I was on varsity and like it was fun, but like the funnest was probably that JV year.
Was calling the defense.
Yeah, when me and Ed was calling the defense.
Calling that cover 2.
Yeah, cover 2, 3 lock. You know what I mean?
50, cover 2, team pursuit.
Team pursuit.
It's really nuts we played that.
But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. That's crazy we played that. But anyways, I think about that all the time. Like, man, that was just some of the funnest times. Like, it wasn't even when I had my silver. Like, when I was playing with all my friends, and it was just like running around. Like, I forget those times, so I think about it, and it's just like. But what I like to say is, like, I like to take it in, because when I do look back, I want to be able to say, like, man, we had a good time. Like, I gave it my all. Like, I can't say that I held nothing back, so I can't have no regrets.
Yeah,
so,
and I do feel that, because like, even I know it kind of for sports, I knew like I didn't appreciate it enough when I'm just looking at it like a job, even like high school. Like, even my senior year, I'm like, man, I got to focus on this. Like, I can't enjoy these times that we can enjoy practice and like laugh. I was like, I can't, bro. Like, we got to win. Like, and even through college, like just trying to get on the field, playing Division I football. It's
I'm about to say, in college, it's straight up become a job.
It become a job. And
I know that feels so different.
And like, even from just the workouts, the practices and stuff, you just traveling to the game, you done. Like, I didn't really. Now it's like I look back on those times, I'm like, man, I used to do all that, like all the stuff I had to like sacrifice and stuff just to be able to play. And then it's like, man, I kind of wish I would have enjoyed it a little more, but like I knew it was necessary. Like the hard work and stuff is necessary, but it's like it's okay to smile while you're doing it. And I find myself doing that at work. Like, I don't smile a lot, and like, because I just be so focused on what I got to do, and I know I'll just be looking like I'm on Nation business all the time, like 24/7. But it'd be like, I'm just trying to remind myself, smile. Like, and an employee there actually told me, he was like, man, smile. Like, it's okay to smile at work. Like, you can smile. It may be a grueling job, but it's okay to smile. And I'm like, I'll smile eventually. But no, I'm trying to do that a little bit more often. Appreciate what I'm doing.
Yeah, man. It's so easy to get so serious about everything, because life's so serious, or they try to make it so serious. Like, you got to do this. You got to produce this. Make this money so you can get this car, so you can get this job, get this house. You know what I'm saying? You're surrounded by so many things that you feel like you need to do. Okay, I need to do this. I need to do this. That sometimes it's just best just to take that breath back and that step back and breathe. That's what I mean. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I was going to bring up, Ed. I was listening to some of the meditation things that you was talking about in the last episode. And I implemented like the little short breaths.
Oh, to get that energy?
Yeah. I was like, man.
It worked, don't it?
It worked. Yeah. It worked. I did, because that worked. I was like, man, I had nothing but steep roofs this week. I didn't have a flat roof this week. I was 32 pitches and up. You know what I mean? So I'm climbing. You know what I mean? And I had to hit that mug a couple of times. And I was like, man, this one really worked, And I was like, well, thank you, Ed, But it allowed me to calm down. And sometimes they do that. You just need that in life in general.
Yeah, I had to use just really focusing on being where my feet are. I used to have a coach that always said, be where your feet are. But I was like, sometimes I get to think about, I got to do this, I got to do this. Like, man, just think about where you at. Like, just take a breath and just breathe.
Yeah, so I say, man, that present meditation, man, was to look at 5 things.
That's what I got to try next.
Close your eyes, then touch 4 things, then hear 3 things,
Now, when you
smell two things and taste one thing, then you just open your eyes and you just feel really present. And I think, honestly, man, like I said, just since this was kind of like a nostalgic episode, and like, you know, like I think when you younger, you kind of in a rush for time to pass by because you think it's like a great life, or you know, like
you missing, like you're in the chair,
or it's like you ready to do the like adult thing. And you think that's like the what do they call it? Like the crescendo. When it's really not. It's actually being young and youthful. That's like that's what keep you going throughout life. Because heck, when you get older, you really ain't doing nothing but trying to like recreate those feelings and times. Those feelings, or like you got old college buddies, you know, y'all get together. What y'all doing? Reminiscing. Man, you remember we went to that party and we did that? Or when y'all get together, now y'all trying to act like y'all 18 again. And y'all really not.
Me, I do not have them same needs I was in North Carolina A&T with.
Oh no, sir, my low eye days are over.
I still stretch in the morning, so my knees are great.
I got 2 more low eyes left in me.
I was in a different athletic bag at that time, but to what you said, just like how the progression of life is the true sweet part of it. Like sometimes in the morning, like when I'm going to work, I have to like really listen to music, and I let that speak to me. 2 songs I listen to: "Unstoppable" by Corin Hawthorne, with Yella Beezy on it, though, of course. But then the second one, like, I just do that just like, you know, it's a good song to get myself right.
Yeah.
But the second one is "Let the Beat Build." And
by Lil Wayne?
Yeah, and I listen to that because it's like...
That's a good morning song.
It's like just a metaphor of like, the beat was building.
As he was rapping.
And it's like, you're going to always build things in life. And it's like, that's the thing that you have to appreciate. And yeah.
That's why I be telling Paul, like, because I know, you know, he like... Because right now with the co-op, he like technically not in classes right now. He just doing the co-op exclusively. But I was telling him, because it was one of the things I was just in a rush to hear it. Like I said, I thought adult life was the
crescendo.
And so I was just in a rush to get through undergrad and stuff. And I was telling him, I was like, man, like, don't be in the rush to, you know, go through it, the process, and enjoy it. I was like, the good thing about you is like you majoring in something that's it don't require no secondary school, no other schooling. Like once you get this, you're gonna be able to get a good paying job. So I was like, man, just enjoy the process, go through it, don't rush it, you know, just do what you got to do. Because I was like, heck, once you start working, it's just work.
Yeah.
It's all it is. It's just work. And then like I think it's too like it's kind of cool how you kind of like getting the experience like what the work life is and what it could look like for you. So it's like, oh. Like you said, I asked you today, you said you wake up at 4:30 in the morning. And I was like, yeah, so you experience like, you know, that's what you got to look forward to. So, man, I say, just enjoy the journey and the process, man, because at the end, like, that's what you really going to look back and reminisce on and enjoy, man. Like, remember them times where you didn't have no money or, you know, stuff was tight, but, you know, I think that's when you get to highlight, you know, what's important in life as far as like the memories you make with the people in your life and just the experiences you get to have.
That's why it's even so funny that we even recording in this room. It's like, but we should just play 2K in here.
Yeah, I'm about to say, this used to be our little gaming room. Man. There's been some wild Monopoly games in here that changed friendships.
Wild Monopoly games. Wild 2K games, wild NCAA games, 2-on-2 NCAA games, sandlots in the yard right there. You know what I'm saying? But like it was such a pure time in our life. Like we didn't know all this other stuff was coming, but I'm glad that we took a little space like this and just made it ours. You know what I mean? For what it's worth. So, anything else? We got anything else? That it? Man, I don't want to close y'all. Paul, this your episode, man. You got anything else?
Can I? Okay.
Oh, go ahead. You got some more questions?
Oh, no, I wasn't about to say nothing serious. That was my deep thoughts that where people can say, man, he got a little depth to him. I was about to get back in with frivolous.
Oh, go ahead.
They talk about food.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all know, man, on the podcast, I have a deep love for food, right? And, you know, I go by recommendations sometimes.
Okay, here we go.
And you know, some people got a good track record with recommendations, and then there's Paul.
I'm betting about 1 for 5.
I kid y'all. Okay, we'll be nice.
How many of them do you actually eat though?
Have I been to that you recommended? Oh, well, yeah. You probably got about 5 and you was 1. That's about accurate. I remember, though.
That's honesty.
It was this donut place in Little Cypress.
Oh, Little Cypress.
But it's like off of whenever 16 turned to 87. It's like right there by the railroad.
Donut Palace.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Across from the credit union.
Yeah.
That's
right there.
Yeah.
And I remember Paul, he was hyping this place up. Like hyping it up. He was saying something was good. Then I was like, oh yeah?
Yeah.
I was like, well, yeah, I'll be on that side for breakfast. I ain't never had it.
Yeah.
I remember I went out my way there to eat there. And
in the morning?
Yeah, to get some breakfast. Whatever Paul said was supposed to be so good. And I was excited too because he was really hyping it up.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
I could be missing out on something.
Yeah.
No, that was not the case at all.
It was just your standard old colossal.
This was 2013, I believe. For a timestamp.
I don't even know if it was that. Yeah, probably.
It was 2013.
It was probably that late. It may have been early on, but man, that's one thing about Paul, man. We don't. It's food recommendation.
Yeah, don't share the same.
But I will say, I should have led with love. You're supposed to lead with love. That's on me. He recently recommended a place, and he said they had some of the best patty melts he ever had in their life. I don't know, the listeners may know, I'm a wing connoisseur.
Yeah, for sure.
And a patty melt connoisseur.
For sure.
And it was one of the best patty melts I've had in my. They put egg and bacon on it. Like, it's not like you add it. It just come on the patty melt.
Standard.
Where is it?
It's a place in Houston called JLB Eatery. They have a couple locations in Houston.
And Paul came through on that one, man. He did. Because like I say, that
JLB.
was, I'm still, working on myself, but letting stuff go sometimes. That's not really my best.
Philly if they squat you with food.
Yeah.
Philly food.
Food could be deep, man.
Yeah.
And Paul, I never.
He's never took a recommendation from me ever since that moment.
Yeah, he ruined his chance.
Yeah, that's how Ed is.
When I was 13 years old.
Oh, okay.
Then there was that place in Bridge City that you said was supposed to be good that don't even exist anymore.
I think.
Go ahead.
This is me.
Tracy's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew you were talking about Tracy's.
Yeah. So, if 20 people say something good and one person say it's not good,
do
you go with the 20 or you go with the 1, regardless of who they are?
I'm gonna go try it because of the 20.
Exactly. And if 20 people enjoy it and one person say they didn't enjoy it,
maybe that one.
You didn't even enjoy it when we went that time.
Tracy's?
Because I couldn't enjoy it because you didn't enjoy it.
Because he spent the whole time talking about how bad it was.
He eat it and just look at me like I'm never listening to you again.
Yeah.
Well, I can't even enjoy my wings.
Yeah.
This guy.
Now that's accurate. That's accurate.
Yeah.
That's accurate.
You did a good job with the patty melt. That is one of the best patty melts I ever had in my life.
And I was scared to say something now I can send him a picture of what I'm eating.
Yeah.
And that way he can kind of gauge it for himself. And I don't even like saying nothing. I just took my mom and sister out to eat at this one place in Beaumont that I don't know a person that don't like it. Them 2 people didn't enjoy it. Me, great time.
But see, that's the thing Paul got on his record for the family. He ain't the food recommendation person.
I don't know if I'm any recommendation person. I don't want to be at this point in life.
Hey, you good.
That's not my ministry.
Yeah, come on now.
But the thing about Ed is, y'all always allude to it in episodes. Whatever Ed say is like you know how many people have gotten nicknames in our family solely based off of what Ed has came up with?
For sure.
And they've stuck for 20 plus years.
For sure.
Yeah.
He's just like such a barometer. Or really a thermostat, like honestly. He like
in a scapegoat. That's what we use them for.
Yeah. I just whatever, I take it.
But that's how it is when you're that way. You just gotta be that. You just gotta be that guy.
And then the personality test, I thought he would be the person.
Yeah.
Because like we got our personality traits. I was like, what? I'm getting the super bad person. Like I'm looking at the people that's like supposed to be the people in it. I'm like, oh man, I feel bad about myself.
Yeah.
And he getting heroes. I'm like, so I'm the villain? How?
Told you.
The voice and the hero.
What they say, you either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain.
Yes, sir.
Well,
I always felt like if I had to tell an origin story, it'd be like a man that was perceived as bad or quote unquote evil, but at his core, what he was doing was for the right reason. But it was about perception. And like if you seen it from like if you just look at it from the outside looking
sound
in,
like a joke.
oh, he just robbed the bank. But if you look at it from his lens, it was like, oh no, his family needed this, they needed this needed this. It was a selfless act, and he really sacrificed himself.
Yeah.
But
depending
on how you look at it, you the bad guy.
Yeah.
He snapped his finger and took away half the population. He don't get no,
for the greater good.
He don't get no flowers for being Thanos. It makes sense though.
For the greater good.
He should have asked, but
the unsung hero.
It's all right, man. We need Eds in our life. We need Pauls in our life. Y'all help us make the world go around.
We balance each other out.
We do. His sports takes be wild though.
I was right though. My football takes football takes be way more accurate than my basketball takes.
That's all right.
The Super Bowl, you said who you said was going to score a touchdown?
You said
it was a running back. You said it was going to be a running back.
Cam Akers.
Yeah.
You said Cam Akers?
I said, Paul, he's not going to score the first touchdown. He's like, he could. I was like, okay, if you're going to play that game, he could. When you start playing hypotheticals, but come on.
On a susceptible run defense? You can ask Jew. My football takes recently, they was on point.
They've been all right. Some of them have just been reactionary. I'm like, remember I told us that Paul.
I troll you.
I know you do. And I was just like, Paul, you got to stop reacting. But I know that you're trolling me, so I'm saying, like, Paul, I'm not even gonna get.
So you don't get to do that nonsense with me. I just stop replying.
Well, that's my pool partner, so we gotta talk. We gotta check.
That's my water cooler buddy, man.
Yeah, man. Even if it's BS that we talking, it just be BS.
Facts.
You know.
Oh yeah, all his takes be just hot takes. The only thing I do like about Paul's sports take, the one that I just genuinely, I love hearing his dark horse MVP before the season start.
The dark horse.
I love dark horse MVP.
I was trying to convince Paul to pick a favorite team like a couple month ago, but he just like you. He ain't gonna pick a favorite team.
I just like the game. Like I just like looking at it.
In what sport?
Anything.
Paul, I thought you was a Patriots fan.
I do.
Oh yeah, you did kind of tell.
I like how they word things systemically. Like they just do what they do. And
so now you're not a Patriots fan?
I enjoy the Patriots. I'm a root for them if I can, but I just like X's and O's.
See, I don't like that.
I think he done changed. I would have swore you had a team.
Yeah, back when Tom Brady was dealing. And
see,
he's one of those. Have I been riding the Tampa Bay bandwagon?
You got a Tampa Bay jersey
before Tom Brady went there. Timestamp before he went there, though.
Yeah. Is it a Tom Brady jersey?
Okay.
No, it's not. It's a
Mike Evans?
No, it's like it's some tight end that used to play there.
Yeah, you right. But you was a Patriots fan when Tom Brady was there.
Yeah, but then I grew up and I started appreciating the game for what it is.
That's safe.
Boys can't grow up.
It's a tough time, Jude. That's all that.
I've
been a Suns fan since 2000.
Yeah.
You know how many people would be enjoying my basketball takes, then they'd ask me who my favorite team was, and the energy would just completely shift.
Yeah.
They'd be like...
That's the thing. Especially with the Suns.
Or they try to make sense of it. Are you from Arizona?
You from Arizona?
You got tied? I was like, nah, Steve Nash was my favorite player, and I stayed there. I don't follow players.
Yeah.
And now look at us. Suns in 6. I'm talking about the championship.
Okay.
If they don't play Nevada, they ain't going to win.
What?
If they don't play Nevada by Youngboy.
This guy.
See what I'm saying?
That's just a troll. But I mean,
I do like this.
But I've grown to the point where I like how analysts, how they just can objectively look at the game and just dissect it. I enjoy that. That's just the inner engineering. Data analyst. It's like even like watching football, like I can just see the alignment and be like, okay, if you run this, he'll score. But they're probably not going to do that. But if they do, and then they do it like, oh, he going to score. And like I'll be watching with my mom. She'll be like, oh, what they going to do? What they going to do? And I'll say it, and then they do it. And I'm like,
excuse me.
Yeah, so I like that. But, you know.
Yeah, you know, there's just a certain loyalty. Like it feels so good to see the Suns being good these last couple of years because we was trash. But we was good.
10 years.
We was good, you know, contenders. Then we was trash for like 10 years. And then
dang Lakers. I remember when we was watching that playoff series
man.
against the Lakers. We was at Quentin House for his graduation 2010.
Man. And we watched one of them games at the house. Man, we wouldn't remember Buddha, every time Buddha walked in, they scored.
Oh, yeah.
And we just stopped letting Buddha walk in. He said, Buddha, just get out the room. We said, get out the room.
I love that fan? Though, like watching fans have like that support. I enjoy looking at that to see how people react to things. But me, it's not that serious. They ain't put no money in my bank account.
But it just make the game. Yeah. It make you be more entrenched.
That's why I want to get y'all to come to this Chiefs bar next football season. Oh, y'all gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, I'm for sure come. That's gonna be a different season for y'all next year.
It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna put it together though. Just get ready. Just get ready for the magic.
Y'all need Honey Badger.
I might say, Tyreek Hill.
I want him to come back, but no.
I'm gonna say, but Tyreek Hill, that one was a big loss. But I do think Tyrann Mathieu, that's gonna have a huge impact too.
Because y'all can score points at will. But
that man was
he literally locked down a part of the field.
He was instincts. He was just instincts.
But he was a big part of their edge, and like, well, perceived it was like he was like one of the leaders on the defensive side.
He always had the free, like Honey Badger's the best when he doesn't have nothing to do. When he can just run.
When he like one free.
Yeah, when he can just he's just a robber. He's just a robber. He can run. He can come up. He can go back. Like there was literally defenses that we have for him just to be out there.
Did he play with y'all 3 or 4 seasons?
3.
Just 3?
Him and Frank Clark came in the same year.
Because before that, he was with Houston for a season.
And who he played with Justin Reed. You know
and then he was with the Cardinals.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, we picked him up.
So y'all can play just straight up. If y'all bring him back, just play straight up too high and bluff everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But see, that's what like football. I like watching objectively because it's like chess. Like,
yeah, but see, I'm saying like I want to say that I am a diehard fan, but it doesn't take my objectivity away. Like I could root for the Chiefs and say no, we're playing a bad defense. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't get that clouded. My judgment don't get that clouded because I ain't gonna never just. Well, I'm a linebacker, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to look at the defense to see how we lined up. But it does just makes it feel better than when we win. Like, if you haven't seen your team win a Super Bowl or a championship and nothing, it's hard to describe it if you ain't seen it. Like, it's just one of those things. But
hopefully I feel that this year.
No, we got it this year.
This definitely isn't a sports podcast. But my last thing I'm going to ask.
My bad. Yeah.
Would you rather the Suns play the Clippers or the Pelicans in the first round?
Clippers.
Really?
I think
because it's a more honorable win.
I don't know. I just think that we can beat them.
I mean, we can beat both, but I
just like how the Pelicans play together. I don't think the Clippers play together like as well as the Pelicans do.
Yeah. The Clippers
like they actually play together.
They got to play as a team because they don't have like no.
And
well, they do, but they do play more of a team.
To be honest, the real Western Conference Finals is gonna be us and the Mavs. Because we'll play them in the second round, I think.
Yeah,
that'd be the real. Like whoever win that.
Wait, what is that? Oh, yeah, if they make it,
will we play them second round?
I don't.
I'm sorry, it's not a sportscast.
Yeah,
sorry, y'all.
But you rather us play the?
I'd rather play the Clippers. I think we.
See, the thing about the Clippers, I was telling Kendall this. I was like, I feel like Ty Lue is a top 3 coach in the NBA, and for sure top 5, and nobody really pay attention to it. I was like, them against the Timberwolves was a prime example. Like, not only do you got to play against the players, you got to play against Ty Lue and his like he gonna like develop like a plan to do something to take out like they took out Cat in the game and he was literally not a factor.
Well, they got him like 3
they best players. So that's just like it'll be an easier road with the Pelicans because I respect Ty Lue that much, and I know regardless they gonna get a couple. They gonna get at least one game just off the strength of Ty Lue.
Yeah,
and
I see what you're saying.
The team itself can pull out another one, so we might have to do that in 6. But I think we'll sweep the Pelicans.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that's why I say I'd rather go against the Pelicans.
Yeah,
but if you're looking for a more honorable win,
okay, for sure.
But there'll be a better atmosphere playing against the Pelicans though. Like that atmosphere they got.
Yeah,
going on
I was impressed.
That was a nice. I liked watching them.
That had like some excitement to it.
Yeah, it'll be a sweep, but there'll be some hard.
CJ he was looking sweet too.
He was deep in his bag.
Yeah,
he got that mid range going like that.
He had turnarounds, baselines. I was like, oh yeah.
Stop when
he made like those first 3. I was like, oh yeah, he going in there.
That's a hard man to stop when he like that.
I think I got one last thing, and this will be my last thing in true YB fashion. I just need both of y'all top 2 instrumentals to freestyle to.
Oh, Paul, you should have sent me that. You should have sent me that Monday.
Man, I'm gonna go. Just still tipping, man. That
okay for sure.
And
there's a Young Jeezy instrumental that I really like. Yeah,
just because I've heard so much, like so many epic freestyles. Because you remember, like We had like we used to ride it, we had just a straight up instrumental CD.
Yeah,
it was no
in the
music.
Corolla.
The
it
good
was just
stuff.
Straight volume 1, not 2. Volume 1.
Volume 1, not 2. 1.
And like just they had "I'm Sprung" on
Cry Me a River,
man.
Oh, we tore that Cry Me a River. Ed tore that Cry Me a River up. Ed tore that one up.
The things you wouldn't think you'd hear to that instrumental, man. That Cry Me a River.
Top 2 instrumentals. Shoot, man. I don't even know, bro. I can't fit. I'm gonna have to put it. I'll put it in the description, man, or something, man, because I can't pick that, Paul. I rap to every beat. I rap to I'm a Boss, Meek Mill. I rap to I don't know, They Say by Common. Like I rap to any type of beat. It don't matter, you know.
I think that second one to me is I got the instrumental. I've heard the instrumental more than I've heard the actual song, which is sad. It's a song I chunk up the
Oh yeah.
That was on the CD.
That's what I was saying. That's why I was I have to say that too, because man, what I've heard to that, like the freestyles to that,
we probably rapped to every song on that CD at least 15, 20
and it was, I wish we still had that, because it was one that was like a rock type, and only really Miko could get on that
really
one.
only, no. One man time he counted to like 110, and that, like he counted like
we thought he was gonna go.
Yeah, he just counted to 110.
Because I was like, okay, he had 20, he gonna then I was like, okay, he had 30. I was like, okay, he had 50.
He went,
I was like, okay, fam, you had
we was like, what is going on? He counted to like 110 or something like that. But
oh my goodness.
But I can't answer, Paul. Do you got to?
No, I wasn't, around y'all at that time, so
it's all right.
I'm about to say, Paul, you always send me instrumentals on Fridays, or he used to Freestyle Fridays.
Bro, me and Miko be seeing each other freestyles on Snap. I'm gonna start sending you the vids.
I think the most random one I sent Ed was this was some random.
Oh, you want to know what of my favorite instrumentals is? Sunshine Anderson. They heard it all before. They played the fool before.
I know that song.
Oh man, yes, that beat. What? Okay, go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry.
That was it, man.
You don't have any?
Yeah. Top 2, I say. I really enjoy Lemonade by Gucci.
I knew you was gonna say. I was just about to say. I bet one of them is Lemonade.
All right.
That's just instrumentation standpoint. And another one, I can't place another one.
Me and Paul, we differ in our, because we both kind of into music a little bit more than the average consumer, but he like the type of beats he like. We like different types of beats.
Popping my collar. That's
he loved Memphis.
I like that.
He loved Memphis beats for some reason.
They just like gritty and they just hit like you.
He loved Memphis beats. I don't like them as much as you do.
I just like 3-6 Mafia.
They beats.
That Pop My Collar. Yeah, no, that's
that one is.
That's a live beat. That's a live beat. Yeah. That's a live beat.
People used to always say that we looked alike, and I don't know if it was just because, that's my brother, leave me alone. No, we don't. Like, I'm not even thinking about it. Then, as he got older, I was like, okay, we can't deny this anymore.
Yeah.
Then we started looking exactly alike.
Yeah.
Like, the only distinguishing thing that, easily separate us is the hair at this point.
For sure.
Because it sometimes creeped me out. If I, look at him too long, I'd be like...
Yeah, for sure.
Especially if we dress the same.
Like me.
Sure. I had a friend who's like, y'all playing y'all fits to coordinate? But it's just like we kind of have the same style, but it's like, it kind of differs. But I mean, I grew up trying to, not be like him, but this is what I saw. This is what was cool to me. So it was like, okay, put this
That's
on.
That's wild having me as an older brother. That's wild. Having me as an older brother.
Yeah, we would have definitely had a couple fights.
That's a wild thing.
I would have fought Ed. I want to fight Ed now.
I fought and lost. I lost a little too much to want to do that, but it was. I do thank Ed for just being there and just being that cool, calm voice. Because now for people, I be the calm voice, and I'm like, bro, I can't even imagine what the stuff people come to Ed with.
And it's crazy.
The wild things people say to me on the day to day. Oh my goodness.
And what's funny? I've been laughing to myself. Like you say that about Ed. Like Ed, my voice of reason. I'm like, well, damn. I'm Ed voice of reason. You know, like, how does that work? You know what I'm saying?
Make you worry a little bit.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on, wait.
Maybe I need to go to the source.
Yeah.
Let me go to the person cut my barber hair.
I always said that.
Yeah.
My barber got a barber. I want to go to his barber.
Yeah, for sure.
But nah, man, I guess I think, I don't know, over time and stuff, I know I've grown as a person and whatnot. And, But yeah, that is wild, though. That's why I say, like, me being the older brother that somebody look up to, because it was like, but then, too, though, it's like how he was the way he was kind of talking about, well, I knew what I knew of you back, you know, only this part of you, not like everything encompassed. And so I was like, oh, well, if you only seen, not to say because you got to, like, you know, give context. It wasn't like I was you know, just really out here doing nothing like crazy. Yeah. But like, you know, like even still though being like, oh, well, yeah, you know, if you look at the academic part, the athletic part, I was like, oh, okay, I can see how I could be a role model. But like I say too, though, you know, when you in it and then too, at the end of the day is how you see yourself, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I never thought to myself, I'm a role model. I just do what I'm supposed to do. But you never, at the end of the day, they always say you never know who's watching.
Yeah.
And
I get that just like now. You just said, like you just do what you do. But you're doing the right thing. You know what I mean? So like, you ain't got to worry about leading nobody astray because you're doing the right thing. And that's what it means to, you know, be a role model.
Especially like doing things where I'm like I represent being from Orange, especially like being in Beaumont, to where it's like right down the road. So like, always thinking to myself, like whenever I'm doing things at campus and stuff, or like doing events with like the president of the school and stuff, it's like, okay, I'm not representing me, but my last name, then like where I come from as well. So like, that way they think of Orange, Texas, and somebody there from Orange, like, oh yeah, you know, he really was on his Q, like P's and Q's. And like, that's not only making me look good, but it's like making the community look good as well. Because, you know, people will say, oh, you who the kids look up to. And like, I try to be that resource, like, you know, like for younger athletes, I know that like, especially play like Division I football or just play sports period and play opposition. I'm like, you know, like if you ever need like film breakdowns and stuff, like they'll post a clip. I'm like, yo, that's really good. Like, you know, you doing a thing, like just being that, you know, that push for people academically as well. So like, it's something that you kind of like run away from, but you know, you jokingly said like the hero. I was like, that just, you know, I'm just trying to do all that I can so that way other people can do more.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
if everybody keeps striving, then, you know, all of a sudden we're going to be up.
Yeah. Already.
And I think that's a beautiful way to end the episode, man.
Don't forget to do all the things on all the things.
Ooh.
Yeah.